Okay, better make sure people know that I'm live as well. Let's see here. Better put on some music. Off. All right. Yeah. Says I'm gone live. Music on. There we go. Bye. Not fans. Okay, let's see here now. Ooh. Promotion materials. Just gone live for a DnD Solo play adventure. There we go. Okay. Now, is there anything else? Yeah, I think that'll do. Keep stream elements open there. Okay. Oh, oh yeah, I should probably hop on to the voice chat in case anyone wants to join me. Unfortunately for Mooney, I will not. I have actually paused my alerts. Because, as much as I love the alerts, they will be, they are being paused because I don't want them to disrupt the flow of the game, to be honest. It's just better that way. Alerts paused. For DnD Solo play stream. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, just to let you guys know what we're doing today. I am going to be playing with, as a version of myself. I've actually misspelled my own name there. Hold on now, let me fix that. Yeah, Criterius. Criterius is Crit's actual name. And I am going to be playing as a level 1 dragon mage, blue dragon. Alright, a level 1 blue dragon mage. We are going to do we're doing the solo play, the Wolves of Langston, by obviousmimic.com. Now, I just want to point something out here that Obvious Mimic say. We understand that digital piracy is a reality of the time and available. Therefore, we are releasing this solo adventure without DRM, knowing full well it's going to travel. We just want to remind all players that we do this for a living, and this adventure and others like it supports a whole team of writers, artists, editors, and more. So if you truly can't afford it, we genuinely hope you can enjoy the experience. So with that being said, please, 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 go and buy this adventure if you can, if you're interested in trying a D&D solo play. Now, I've just realized something. I actually need to get the physical books in case I need reference. Now, I can go on D&D. I can like the 5e wiki dot and all that if I want to see my spells. Yeah, I think I just do that. I won't bother getting them. Okay. So, I just have a look at Crit's character sheet here. I roll these up in front of my usual players. I don't have everything filled in, but just enough so we can play the game. I think I've actually picked out some good spells here. So we are going to get started on this. Let me see, what are my attacks? Oh yeah, I got my bite and claw attacks, so that's going to be fun. I get to use those. Also got my breath weapon. So per short rest, but it can come back with a long rest as well, my breath weapon. It's only a DC 13 though, which is a shame, but I got pretty good stats. Let's see here now. Strength 15, Dex 14, Con 17, Intelligence 18, Wisdom 11, and Charisma 13. So we'll get started with the adventure now. Okay. So what you will need, a 5e character of level 1 or 2. We are level 1. A set of dice. Well, what we're using instead of dice tonight is, let me just find it real quick. Where is it? Yeah, I'm just going to turn that off for a second. We're going to be using our Strixhaven background from Roll20 to roll the dice. So whenever I have to roll dice, I will show you all. So you know that I'm not cheating, okay? And the other thing we need is this book. And we already have the book. So, optional encounter materials. This solo adventure is designed to work on its own, but we understand advanced players may want to run encounters like this, like a traditional tabletop experience. So if we were to provide a self-DM materials as an optional PDF, so we also provide self-DM materials as an optional PDF. Again, this is not necessary to enjoy a solo adventure, but it is an option for players to also enjoy. There we go. Okay. About you. You are the hero of the solo adventure, but who are you? We honestly don't know. That's because Obvious Mimic or solo adventures are written for you to play whatever character you want. There are no restrictions. That means you could play a new character just getting started. Or you could use this adventure as a DM-approved downtime activity between sessions. There you go. The story has been crafted in such a way any character can succeed. Of course, some adventures will be easier or harder based on your character, but your choices as the player will help guide your character through their challenges. The only real restriction we include is that our stories lean towards heroism. We don't even run evil campaign at our real-world tables. Your choices within the story are generally of good and neutral alignment. That's fair. Crit is normally a villain, but we will be playing him as a goodish guy today. Let's just say the more morally neutral kind of Crit right now. The Wolves of Langston has been written for Tier 1 levels 1 through 4. So it says we need a 5e character of level 1 or 2. It says we could go level 1 through 4. Okay. That means certain parts of this will be challenging for a level 4 character, but most will be very easy for a level 4 character. Straightforward. As you read, you will have to follow the prompts to progress through the story toward your goal. The adventure is broken down into numbered sections that have been randomized with chapters. On your journey, you'll face choices like this. You can either take a corridor on the left, go to 175, or a corridor on the right, go to 19. Hold on now. Oh, that's just a notification. That doesn't matter. That's just distracting us from our game anyway. You would either flip to the section you have chosen, or your only option if you're reading physical book, then go to number linked, jump straight ahead to that section, available in the digital version, which is what we got. Many sections don't give you a choice, but instead require you to roll some kind of check. It's usually a skill check. It might look something like this. Roll a strength check. If you get a 10 or more, go to 192. If you get under a 10, go to 33. Fair enough? So yeah, it's basically a choose your own adventure. So yeah. In this case, your choice is based on the results of a skill check. So in the example above, you will roll a 20-sided die, D20, and then your athletic skill bonus, as it appears on your character sheet. If the result is 10 or more, you pass and go to section 192. Find the result of your success. If you roll less than 10, you fail, and go to section 33. Find the result of the failure. Other situations may call on you to roll dice for random effects like saving throws against negative effects, being damaged by your environment, or randomizing certain events in the story. These will be prompted as needed. Advantage, yeah, okay. Advantage and disadvantage, we already know about that. That's standard D&D stuff. Oh, I'm just going to get rid of that notification there. Okay, that's out of my way. Combat encounters. You will expect to engage in combat with monsters and villains. Oh, Buttercup. I don't want to fight Buttercup. No, I don't want to fight a doggo. Okay. Read the block. The creature will take special actions before attacking. Roll initiative. And your opponent, D20 plus initiative for you and your opponent to determine who goes first. Choose an attack or use an ability, class ability, spell, etc. If you're attacking, roll attack D20 plus attack modifier. Yeah, okay, that's all the stuff we already know. Don't need to know any of that. Okay. Inspiration, because there's no DM to give you personalized rewards. This adventure hands out inspiration. Thank you. Okay, now that's cool. So, optional rule. Since you're playing a role at the benefit of a party supporting you in adventure, you can help the offset by saving multiple inspirations for when you might need them. Handy. I don't have healing spells. I can just do damage. This solo adventure is a static work and cannot truly replace the imagined creative scenario of a game master. So, how do you resolve actions off page? That's okay. After the adventure. Let's see here now. Applying a charm effect might let you automatically pass all skill checks. Okay, yeah, here are a few examples. Okay, I guess this is important. Let's read it again. Some examples like buffs or debuffs and healing are easy to resolve. Apply the bonus effect. For example, cast the guidance cantrip before a skill check to increase your... yeah. What about open-ended spells like illusions or enchantments? How do they resolve in the story? And the answer is, it's up to you, based on the open-ended effect you've applied. So yeah, it looks like a lot of these classic spells don't really work very well for that. Hold on now, I'm just going to quickly pop a post on Blue Sky. I should have done that already. So we're just going to get that out of the way. Oh. That's a friend of mine. Okay, there we go. Anyway. Yeah, so... yeah, I don't think I will be picking spells like that. Well, actually, do I have any spells like that? That would be kind of useless. Lightning Lore, Mage Hand, Mind Sliver. Okay, what does Mind Sliver do again? Did I bork myself with Mind Sliver? Mind Sliver 5e. DnD Wikidot. Oh yeah, Mind Sliver's an attack. That's fine. Cool. And they lose a d4 from the next saving throw they do. So yeah, I didn't bork myself with Mind Sliver. Mind Sliver was a good choice. Mage Hand might have been useless though. I know Lightning Lore does damage, so yeah, let's go back here. So let's see, what's next? Right, long-term effects, I have Bark Skin. Oh, that's usually on me, though. I probably wouldn't use that. If I was using Bark Skin, I'd use that up my own AC. Casting a Distracting Illusion. Oh, they take no action for one turn. Okay. Applying a charm effect might let you automatically pass any skills. Okay, okay. A special movement action in combat, like flying or teleporting, gives you an extra turn. That's actually pretty sweet. Kind of breaks the game, though. Okay, hold on up. I should have done this before stream. So my Twitch paste. Oh no. Paste. Not that. Right, anyway. Post. Sorry, just wanted to get that out of the way. Right, okay. Alright, after the adventure, over the course of the adventure, your character will see various rewards in terms of treasure, items, and experience. These rewards are designed in such a way that you can take them on another solo adventure or even join a tabletop session if your DM allows. Your character's adventure doesn't have to end here, but instead treat this solo adventure as just one part of your epic journey. Well, I have 2 more of these books, and there's a 4th one on the way. So chances are I will be continuing with this version of Crit onwards. Whichever direction you take when you're done, your character can keep whatever levels and treasure you found along the way. Awesome. For the Dungeon Masters, yeah, they've made like... We don't need anything more of that. Okay. Chapter 1, the adventure begins. After a long day on the road, you crest a hill and see the lights of a town. According to the map and helpful locals you've consulted, this must be Langston. Yes, and I'm going through this in my humanoid form that kind of looks like a scaly tiefling. As far as all these people are aware, I am a tiefling dragon blood sorcerer. That's all they need to know, and that's all I'm telling them. You can clearly see that the dirt road you've been traveling transitions into cobblestones, and simple stone wall rings the town. And a simple stone wall rings the town. Even from the distance, you can see timber-framed walls of the buildings. In town are well-maintained, fresh whitewash that glow golden in the lamplight. It's a beautiful little town, a prosperous trading hub nestled among the fertile farmland and old-growth forest. You've spent the last few days traversing. The stars are just starting to emerge as a lone howl of a wolf splits the silence of somewhere in the woods. A chorus of responding howls take up the call, some uncomfortably close and getting closer. You pick up your pace, but more distance between you and the wilderness, in hope of a soft bet. Well, I'd rather just a pile of metal or gems as a dragon. I don't like soft beds. They're too... I feel like I'm sinking in a marshmallow. I need loose piles of solid objects to lie on. That's the only way a dragon can be comfortable sleeping. I'm sorry. A hot meal? Okay, I agree with the hot meal. And work for an enterprising adventurer. A town as prosperous as Langston looks like a place to do good, earn coin, and achieve glory. Maybe all 3 at once, so long as you aren't eaten by wolves between here and there. Roll a perception check. If you roll a 10 or more, go to 23. If you roll roll less than 10, go to 11. Okay! We're at our first roll, guys. Okay. So, first things first, I have to turn off the window capture here, so you guys can see. Alright. D20 plus... Alright, I need a... What's my perception? I'll have to turn it back on so I can show you guys my perception. My perception is... Alright. Let's see here now. Passive perception is 10, so that would have been good. Alright, perception... It's a flat check. Okay, so I have a 50-50 shot of succeeding this. Ooh boy, okay. Oh! Well, shit. 4. Right. So let's turn that back on. Oh no, it's already on. Okay, no, I have to show you guys that I failed. I'm not just bullshitting you. So you see, right there, I rolled a 4. Damn. All right. So less than 10, go to 11. You continue down the road, a growing sense of dread in the pit of your stomach. Looking around, you see nothing in the trees or undergrowth on either side of the road, even though you feel like you should. You stop walking, pausing to listen to the dark woods around you. Without the sound of your footsteps, you can now hear the low, lumbering growl and excited panting coming all around you. All around you. A large but scruffy wolf pads into the road in front of you, moonlight shining on its grain fur, half a dozen more of the beasts step into view, sizing you up. You are surrounded by a pack of hungry wolves. Your odds aren't good, but at least you can go down fighting. Motherfucker, are they going to kill me in the... God damn it. You square up to defend yourself. As the pack of hungry wolves start to circle, looking for an opening to attack you, there are at least 10 of them, and something tells you there are more. You more are waiting in the darkness of the trees. But it looks like an early end to your adventure career, but you are determined to not give up without a fight. You're about to unleash an attack and go down fighting when you hear a bellow behind you on the road. You turn around and see a bold dwarf dressed in rough spun clothes and animal hides pointing at you from the top of the rise in the road, or maybe past you. Moonlight shines off the skin of his head. His face is lit by small balls of fire dancing over his outstretched palm. "Oh no you don't," he yells. "Get back, you lot." He yells, plain flaring with his emotions. The wolves immediately tuck their tails between their legs and lay their ears flat. The apparent leader looks at you and whines. "Not a chance," the dwarf scoffs. "Go on now." Yes, I have to give the dwarf a Scottish accent, or at least my best attempt at one. The wolves slink quietly back into the woods, and you realize you are still poised to attack. The dwarf doesn't seem to notice as he approaches. He opens his eyes. He eyes you up and down, and the silence stretches until it breaks. "Sorry, you alright?" he asks with a lopsided smile and a sniffle. "Didn't have a chance to get a piece off you, did they?" You let him know that you're all in one piece and thank him for his intervention. Well, yeah, I guess I would. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's a jolly fellow. "Well, lucky for you then I was here," he says, with a wide grin and a slap on the back, hard enough to throw you off balance. He opens his mouth to speak again, but nothing comes out until he unleashes a sneeze that makes his beard bristle. You wait for him to regain his composure. "You must be hungry then. Go straight down this road and you'll reach the town of Langston. Find the pickled hen, and if anyone asks, Roy Sunderhammer sent you." You stammer out a thank you, despite the adrenaline coursing through you. "Think nothing of it. I'm on my way there myself. Funeral, you see. Doing my druidic duty at the circle of life and all that." He guffaws, just as he told a joke. But before I do that, I'm going to have a bit of a chat with these nutty pups. They should know better. Ah, so that's how he was able to scare them off. He's a druid. Alright, I'm going to make a note of that. So his name is... This is what you gotta do when you're playing TTRPG games, kids. You take notes. So, what did he say his name was again? Roy Sunderhammer. Roy Sunderhammer, Dwarven Druid. Right. And he scared off the wolves. Okay. Seems like a nice guy. I like him. Please don't betray me. Before you have a chance to respond, the dwarf lops off toward the woods with surprisingly graceful gait, given his stocky build. Between the darkness and another night on the road, or a hot meal and a soft mattress, it's hardly a decision to head towards the lights of Langston. Yeah, so we're heading over there. Again, though, I don't want the soft mattress, so... Your hopes for a meal and a friendly conversation are dashed by what you find in the marketplace. More specifically, you're disappointed in what you don't find. It's empty, filled only with a mournful hush. Street vendors are closed, windows are shuttered, lamplighters have still passed through to fill the square with warm pools of light. But everything feels muted under the weight of an oppressive shade. You are looking around for someone, anyone, when a solitary figure in a white robe... When a solitary figure in a white robe bustles out to the side, nearly drooping a sheaf of paper. The robe's hood is down, so you can see that it is a young human woman with light blonde hair. Her robes bear sunburst motifs around the neck and collar, and a similar symbol of gold hangs around her neck. This appears to be a sun cleric. Well, let's talk to the cleric. I think we could let her go by, or, you know, I think I'll call out to the cleric. The cleric jolts and turns to see you for a moment of fear as her hand reflexively snaps her holy symbol. She looks either way down the empty street before breaking out in a wide kind smile. Hello and welcome, she says, her voice high and bright. Can I help you with something, traveler? She is very nervous. You ask her where she's going in such a hurry. I'm on my way to perform a young woman's last rites, she says, her kind smile still fixed to her lips. Such a sad day. Yeah, it is kind of sad. If you ask if she's on her way to the pickled hen. Okay. There's Buttercup again. I hope I don't have to fight you, Buttercup. I'd rather not fight a dog. I am, she says with growing uncertainty. Did you know the deceased? You say you do not. But someone named Roy suggested you go to the pickled hen for lodging. Ah, of course, she said with a sigh. A truly good dwarf, Roy. The funeral will be starting soon, and I must be on my way. But I can show you the way if you'd like. She walks beside you in silence, occasionally consulting the sheets in her hands, reading to herself. After a few moments of awkwardly accompanying the young cleric, she shows you to an inn, whose sign says it's the Pickled Hen. The cleric absent-mindedly opens the door and steps into the tavern at the ground floor. Having clearly forgotten you're even there, she closes it behind there. Go into the tavern or look into the tavern through the window. Okay, let's just go into the tavern. Alright, 34. The tavern is nearly full to capacity of townspeople, miming about, speaking directly to one another. The hum lacks the boisterous outbursts of laughter or shouts you normally associate with taverns this crowded. And the reason quickly becomes apparent. At the end of the common room, there is a closed casket on the table amidst of what looks like hundreds of flower arrangements. A musician strums a lyre in a sad tune off in the corner. You are looking around. An older man is arguing with a huge half-orc woman with an impressive collection of battle scars and a suit tailored in a typical nobleman style. Seeing you, the man grimaces and sways you over. He reeks of ale and spirits, and his face sags in a habitual sadness, but his eyes glitter with both tears and unexpected rage. I don't know you, he slurs, stabbing a blunt finger in the air between you. Was it you? Did you do this? What else have you done? Oh, okay, so this guy is immediately accusing me of murder, apparently. Few heads nearby turn as he throws his hands up into a fighting stance and starts bobbing unsteadily. The half-orc crosses her arms and watches the both of you carefully. You're at a funeral in a strange town, so violence is not an option. You can try to persuade him to leave you alone, go to 41, or intimidate him into backing down. I am going to go and persuade him. You raise your open hands and assure the man calmly there has been some kind of mistake. There's no need to fight, and certainly no need to ruin such a somber event. Roll a persuasion check. If you get a 12 or more, go to 2. If you get under 12, go to 36. This will be good. Alright. So, once again, well, first things first, let's check my persuasion. I think my persuasion's pretty good. My persuasion is +3. I'll have a much better chance than the last one, even if it is a higher DC. Let's hope that overconfidence does not bite me in the ass. It probably will. Alright. So, RD20 +3. Oh, fuck. Why am I rolling so badly? I rolled 2 4s. Son of a bitch. Okay, I failed that. Okay, under 12, go to 36. Don't you dare take that tone with me, vagabond, he snarls and takes a swing, but the blow is intercepted by the green hand of the half-orc in the suit. Her large hand is crisscrossed with scars and easily engulfs Amanthus. Enough, she says. Time to go. Yeah, sure, Tanya. I mean, Mayor Anathram. I mean, bye. Okay. Tanya Anathram, half-orc mayor. I'm going to make a note of that. There we go. We've made note of another character. The drunk slinks unsteadily and leaves the tavern. You're about to say you could have handled him on your own, but you see the half-orc's hard stare. Go to 44. The female half-orc in the tailored suit looks at you. I am Tana Amerthrin, male of Langston. Yeah, I got that already. She says with a nod, with her common heavily accented with a guttural orcish twang. Oh yeah, she's Cockney then. I may have use for you. Please stay for the funeral. I will speak to you after. Alright. You try to reply, but she is already walking away as the ceremony begins. 28. A middle-aged human couple gets up and introduces themselves as Maybelline's parents. Okay. So Maybelline is the victim, I'm guessing. Yeah. Maybelline. Victim. Victim of murder. Probably a werewolf. That's what I'm guessing. Alright. Thank you for coming out to say goodbye to our darling girl, the mother says. She was a ray of sunshine in our lives from the beginning, and we can see that she touched the lives of many of you as well. She was relentlessly kind, generous, and patient. We will all miss her dearly. The father of the deceased clears his throat, his eyes glassy. We are so very grateful for the people of Langston. You made our daughter's life a joy, and you are making her loss more bearable. But we will not be seeing you for some time. A murmur runs through the crowd, but he holds up his hand for quiet. Every brick and blade of grass in this town reminds us of what we've lost. Every time we see your kind faces, we only see the torn, broken body of our treasured daughter. Oh, man. Oh, God, this is awful. So we will leave and trust our capable mayor to bring the killer to justice. We will keep our peace at home, where we feel the closest to our daughter's memories. But we pray you bring the killer to swift justice. I'm sad. Oh, this poor girl. Where was I? Aha. As he speaks, the crowd turn to the mayor, who just nods to the citizenry. When you turn your attention to the grieving parents, the father's cheeks are wet with tears, but his teeth are gritted in mutual rage. Laying a gentle hand upon her husband's arm, the deceased mother speaks up. But we are not the only ones to suffer a loss, she says in a cracking voice. We had Maybelline for her whole life. The love of her life was cheated out of the rest of it. Tomlin, darling, we'd have loved it if you could say a few words. Oh, the parents of the dead woman step aside, and her fiance takes the place. Tomlin. Okay. Fiance of victim. All right. 32. Okay. And some dude wearing a lot of purple flowers. The man identified as Tomlin dressed simply, and he clutches a bunch of flowers tightly in one hand. He takes a moment to looking out over the crowd, visibly holding back tears. Thank you all so much for coming today, he says with a sigh. We are gathered to remember the beautiful and shining light that was my bride-to-be. Before growing to love her, I never thought I was the marrying kind. Now it seems more like fate than a choice. Oh, well, that's sad. Yeah, right, we're going to have to scroll down here. Does that mean the wolf is back on the prowl? Whispers one man near you to a friend. Lock up your sisters and daughters. And wives, the friend replies with a snigger. Oh, jeez. Did they really put a meme reference? This is a few... Okay, I get they're trying to lighten the mood, but come on. Seriously, I got the reference, but come on. Both are shushed by a woman. How do they even know that mean? Anyway, who seem to be their wives. Both women sharing embarrassed glances. Others nearby in the crowd look over the pair of would-be comedians with glares and mouth insults. My darling wife-to-be was a simple soul, Tomlin says. Her favourite flowers were daisies. She liked the colour lavender, and anything made out of silk was the height of sophistication. Despite Tomlin's grief, two men are still whispering lewdly and sniggering. Ew, why lewdly? We're at a funeral! Come on! Ugh. The women seated beside the would-be comedians glare at them, exchange exasperated looks with one another. Oblivious to what is happening in front of you, Tomlin closes his eyes to collect himself with a sigh. Put it simply, Maybelline's death has torn a hole in my life that cannot be filled, but I will try. Work will help, I'm sure, and giving back to all of you who have done so much for me, especially in these dark times. I can only try to repay your kindness. I truly love you all, and you are all welcome at my home anytime. The audience applauds respectfully and murmurs condolences. Right away, however, something seems odd about the situation. You may either use an investigation check or an insight check to determine what's piquing your interest. Okay. Which of these do I have higher? Investigation or insight? My investigation's a +4. It's a flat +4. And my insight is 0. So we're going to make an investigation check. I'm going to go Columbo on this. Let's see here now. Just one more thing, Mr. Werewolf. Alright, so I have a +4. Oh, I didn't mean to imply it. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? Why am I rolling 4s? I didn't roll high enough. Alright, the mayor calls a militia member in from the outside with a little bell. The volunteer peacekeeper keeps one hand on the short club hanging at her belt as she escorts you to the back of the inn. If you need... Oh no, this is not 12. Okay, yeah. Right, if you roll it... Roll it 18. Okay, sorry, that was the wrong one. 18. So you can't quite put your finger on what it is. Tomlin has an odd relationship with the town. Obviously he is well liked, but there's more to it than that. Before you can figure out, a red-bearded dwarf takes over from the grieving fiancé. Oh, is this Roy? The dwarf, dressed in hides and homespun clothes, while his hair and beard seems struggling to break free from the leather cords he's used to style him. He's clean now, but something in the dwarf's demeanor suggests this is his version of dressing up. Welcome, people of Langston, he says with a warm smile that makes his eyes sparkle. As sad as I am to see Maybelline return to the earth, I want to remind Langston to choose life. As you all know, I am grateful my circle assigned to me to Langston. There's a murmur of assent in the crowd. A few raised glasses. And you have all made it so easy for me. You have respected the forest and its inhabitants. And in return, I have been happy to act as both spiritual counsel and guiding hand for the forces of nature around us. I join you in grieving the loss of a wonderful member of this community. And I hope you will join me in welcoming her back into the circle of life. It's the hello there. Hiya, Ritoki. Welcome in. I'm doing my solo adventure here, having fun. It looks like I want to try and solve a murder. I'm reading 13 now. Okay. Yeah. He mutters a spell, and his hands begin to radiate a faint green glow, but he's interrupted by a sneezing fit, which his beard and hair thicken and stand on end. He smooths his hair and regains his composure. Excuse me, he says with a deep growl in his voice. He clears his throat and completes his spell, causing a splash of extraordinary bright wildfires to bloom on the dies on which the casket rests. He nods in approval at his own work before turning to the crowd, raising a glass and smiling broadly. To life! He downs his drink along with others in the crowd, but you are more interested in the strange reaction the local druid had to sneeze a bit. You can either try an Arcana check or Perception check to understand what you've seen better. I am going to do an Arcana check because I'm better at Arcana. Alright, I need to get a 10 or higher. Okay. So. Ooh, you're playing right. Yeah, that's cool. Keep me on as background noise. That's fine with me. I am happy to have a lurker. Alright, so let's see here. What is my Arcana? Plus 6! Let's fucking go. So even if I roll a fucking 4 again, I'm going to get it. Better not fucking roll lower this time. I swear to God. Oh, I forgot to put... Oh, I forgot to put the window... Okay, we're going to roll. I have to remember to put that back on. E20 plus 4. Don't fuck me this time. Fuck yes! 18! There we go! Finally! Finally some luck. Okay. Here we go. That's what I want to see. Okay. If you get a 10 or more, go to 31. Finally succeeded. Again, yes, point of inspiration. I'm going to mark that on my sheet. Inspiration 1. Alright. Oop. I hit a wrong button there. There we go. Yeah, level 1 start. Yeah, level 1 start. So I have to be careful. I'm going to be doing the other adventures if I get to level up with this. So yeah. You remember that druids are able to transform into animal. Not tonight, obviously, but other streams. Which could explain the druid's moments of bushy hair and a growling voice. It's odd that it would be an involuntary response, however. He had the uncontrolled change while sneezing, so magical disease, perhaps? The next speaker is approaching to the front, a smallish human woman with a white robe embroidered with sun motifs. I met her before. Who you recognize from earlier. Go to 39. Okay. Though she has been meekly standing behind the speakers, the young sun cleric seems like a different person behind the podium. She speaks more clearly and stands up straighter. She seems possessed of a confidence you didn't get from the same sweet but little scattered young woman she was a moment before. Most of you from town know me, but I see some unfamiliar faces, she says. I am Solane, a member... Okay, Solane! Female human cleric of the sun. Female human sun cleric. Where did my phone go? Oh, my pen go. There we go. Sorry, drop my pen. Alright. Solane. Female human sun cleric. Yeah. Alright. Where was I? Yeah, I am Solane, member of the Radiant Order and custodian of Langston's Eastern Temple. May the light guide you. Several people reflexively respond with, and you. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's flashbacks to when I was Catholic. Ugh. I'm atheist now, if you're curious. Though in character, I worship Tiamat because, you know. Although I guess not in this case, but yeah, because apparently I have to be good or neutral. So I guess, I don't know, Bahamut? Fuck it. Alright. And then, they then make a salutation of the right hand touching the heart and moving in an arc overhead, reminding you of a sun raising and setting overhead. Given the cleric's use, it's obvious her order has a long history in the town. Alright. Okay, so, yeah. She's new to the job. Though we are in the dark shadows cast by our loss, she continues, the sun will shine forever on. Maybelline, as her presence was a bright, shining light to all of us. I did not know Maybelline well in life, but it is clear she has touched the lives of everyone here in this room. Yeah, she seems new in town. Yeah, she's pretty cute. All right. She looks directly at Tomlin and smiles kindly, and my heart goes out to you, especially Tomlin. Know that my door is always open to you. And then she leads the service hymn, and she introduces, coming from Cananar, Book of Funerary Rites. It seems no one in the audience knows it, but she sings it anyway in a high, sweet voice, and the crowd labors to keep up. As we guard the light with you and drive the shadows away, the radiant sword of your hearts the evils of darkness slay. I'm doing my best. Though you've gone from our sight, in our hearts remain. Rest well in the light of the sun, and the shield of our faith sustain. Okay. Though the cleric appears to be earnest and sincere, the difference between the woman you met outside and the one standing before you is now stark. You may opt to roll either a religion check, go to 24, or an insight check. Okay, neither of these are good for this build. So I'm just going to check. What is my religion? My religion is +6. And my insight is 0. So I guess we're rolling religion then. So yeah. Okay, at least the odds are in my favor for this roll, but you know how D&D can fuck you over at any time. D20 +6. I didn't expect my religion to be that good. 11. Okay. Okay, we rolled an 11. We had to go to the... Oh yeah, I have to turn this back on, actually. There we go. I remembered this time. Religion 24. Okay. Yes. 10. The hymn was lovely. You feel that Solane made an error somewhere. Yeah, I rolled a religion check, so I got 10 or more, which was an 11. 16. Inspiration! Yes! Alright, going to mark down more inspiration. Now, that's my proficiency bonus. Hold on now. 2 inspiration. Alright, and save. Back here. Okay. The Cananar Book of Funerary Rites is a standard text taught in many religions as a manual outlining the burial rites of common people. However, it does not include any prayers or hymns, but instead describes the processes. You don't recognize the specific hymn Selene uses, but it could come from the Radiant Order. The sun-worshipping sect is small and keeps its knowledge to itself. The mayor positions herself behind Selene and waits for the cleric to notice her. After a moment, the cleric sees the mayor and cedes the floor to her. Go to page 25. Alright. As Selene recedes into the background, the half-orc mayor stands rigid, with her hands clasped behind her back. She cuts a powerful figure with her broad shoulders and battle scars, but she maintains an air of sophistication. With a well-made suit in the noble style. An enormous mastiff pads up beside her, remaining equally still. Though her heritage stands out in this mostly human town of Langston, no one else seems to notice. Well, they're very tolerant. I quite like that. Sit, Buttercup, she says to the dog in a heavy accent. It says a heavy orcish accent, and I know most orcs to be Cockney, so that's what I'm going with. The mastiff immediately sits at her side. The mayor returns her attention to the crowd of attendees. Tonya Anathram was a soldier before she was your mayor. Begins, laying a hand over her. Sorry, I'll try and make it more female. Langston welcomed me, gave me a place to heal after the Battle of Three Rivers. There I fought to defend the people from a barbarian horde. And I will protect the people of Langston. She looks out to the crowd, moving her eyes as the rest of her remains perfectly still. Her huge dog could be a statue for all its moves. The killer is out there in the darkness, she says, and her eyes lock on yours. We do not know what it is, but it took one of our citizens under my protection. We have to find whatever took this life and end the threat. This is my promise to you. I think my Cockney sounds a bit more Australian. A ripple of soft applause and angry muttering sweeps through the crowd. The dog head tracks both the sounds and the movement, glancing at the mayor and returning its visual. She turns to address the family disease. I'm so sorry for your loss, she says, and then snaps away from the casket and starts making her way through the crowd. She makes her way to your standing. You can either make a history check or an animal handling check. Well, let's see what I have better. So my history is a +6 and my animal handling is 0. So we are going to make an animal handling check. Sorry, a history check. So history it is. So R D20 +6. 13. Okay, that's good. So just gonna turn that back on so we can read what happens next. So yeah, we did a history check, go to 37. You think you remember the event of Tanya's story differently. Roll an intelligence check 10 or higher. Yep, that's what we did. Okay, 17. Oh, yes, another point of inspiration. I've got 3. Let's see here now. I'm going to go over 3 because I'm level 1 and I hear this can be quite hard at some points, so I'm going to do more than 3 points of inspiration for every point I get. The mayor made some glaring mistakes in her account of the battle, she said. She pressed into him. The Battle of Three Rivers was a coup by a neighbouring kingdom, not barbarian hordes, and it was won by guerrilla tactics from the local peasantry, who were the aggressors, not the victims. But it's clear if she's lying or just wrong. It's unclear if she's just lying or just wrong. So this probably isn't the best conversation starter as the mayor approaches. Go to 30. You're an adventurer, yes? She says to you. When you answer an affirmative, she continues. Then I suppose you'll do. For now. Between her rumbling Orcish accent and the deadpan delivery, it's impossible to tell what she actually thinks of you. But she does make a sweeping gesture toward the bar and starts off. This stern woman is obviously not one for pleasantries. As you follow behind her, she stops to speak to an apron balding man you can only assume is the innkeeper. And the town will pay the investigator's room and board. This is acceptable? The innkeeper cuts you a glance but nods. Their business concluded. The Mayor Anathram returns to you with a key to your room. You ask why she would hire you. I know your type, adventurer, mercenary. You're up higher. It don't matter what you call yourself. People are scared and they need someone. I'm hiring you, so I'm hiring you. And since you're an outsider, if you fail, it will not reflect badly on the town. You start to thank her, but she cuts you off. I do not know you yet, she says, as she holds up a hand. And I may not get the time to do so if this killer gets to you next. You're here for the people and for me. As long as you're investigating this young woman's murder, we will pay for your stay. You will come to the town hall tomorrow, as night is not the time to discuss the details. Sleep well. She nods once, though it's unclear whether that's a farewell or an agreement of some kind. And then returns to her duties, reassuring the funeral goers. You remain standing, dumbfounded for a moment as the figure breaks away from the crowd and moves towards you. It's Tomlin, the village herbalist and fiancé of the deceased. Hello, he says. His eyes are almost entrancing upon so close. I haven't met you yet. How did you know Maybelline? You reply that you just arrived in town, but the mayor has requested your help with the investigation. He looks over and nods as if you passed some sort of assessment. Well then, thank you very much for doing this for us. Please, come to my home, whatever you need. I need to know what happened to my Maybelline. There he is on the right, by the way. We spoke to him earlier. You bid the grieving man good night, and he gives you a smile that is dazzling despite his sadness. He moves on to speak to other guests. You make your way out to your room. Go to 26. Gain the benefits of a long rest. Haven't used anything, so I'm the same. You wake up in a soft bed. How horrible for a dragon to wake up in a soft bed. And a hot breakfast cooling outside your door. Now that I can appreciate. This is much better than living than camping by the road. So it's probably time to meet your benefactor. The inn's common room is a bustling of activity as quiet townspeople load flowers from the funeral into a wagon in front of the inn. The body of the deceased is already gone. After weaving your way through the workers, you find yourself outside where passers-by, deliberately ignoring the wagon full of blossoms. With the help of a few locals on the street, you make your way to the town hall. The town hall is a multi-story building, but not much larger than the surrounding structures. It isn't made of the same timber walls as the rest of town, and is instead much sturdier stone structure, so it is likely predates the town's growth. The door stands open, and an aide greets you when you arrive. He shows you to the mayor in a large but simply appointed office in the back of the building. The room is dominated by a large desk, dark-stained wood desk where the Mayor Anathram is working with a quill and an ink pot. There's also an unlit hearth on the wall and a couple of orderly bookshelves. There are no personal effects you can see. A cushion and a bowl of water is set up next to the mayor's mastiff, lounging, watching you intently as you enter. You can greet the mayor, go to 21, or pet the dog first. I say we pet the dog first. Dog growls, moving its considerable cheeks out as its teeth. The mayor recommends that if you like your hand, you would be wise to remove it from her dog's reach. You believe her and the dog, so you pull your hand back intact. Better late than never, you go to greet the mayor. Well, okay, they gave us the option, but that's a shame. Holy shit, 320 gold pieces? I'm skipping ahead there, sorry. You politely greet the mayor, and the dog lays its massive head back down on its paws. It continues to watch you closely, however. I am grateful for your service, she says. I'm sorry if I sound so masculine when I read her voice. You assume she's being genuine, but it's impossible to tell for sure with her stony delivery. She outlines the problem she's having, a gruesome murder about a week ago. Town militia is fine against bandits or sheep rustlers, but this requires someone different. The poor girl was mangled as if by a wild beast. But she was found within town. Besides, Roy keeps the woods free of monsters and supernatural hazards. And besides, she explains, you're an outsider, and therefore expendable. The mayor's role to protect the town, not every drifter that wanders in. The town will pay 320 gold if you eliminate the threat. The fee is negotiable, and Mayor Anathram gives you the impression it would be bad for your health to try. Alright, well, I'm going to accept the job. I'm interested. Oh, there she is. Oh, no, she's hot. Oh, no, I figured she was going to be hot by the description, but god damn. Woo! Excellent, Mayor. Excellent, Mayor Anathram says in a gravelly tone. You can only assume means she's pleased. Let us begin. Please speak to Maybelline's fiancé. He's an herbalist who lives on the western edge of town, where he tends his garden and makes medicines for the townsfolk. You thank the mayor and prepare to leave, but she holds up a hand. I have also made an arrangement with our general store. You may go resupply any time you may need to do so. It does not have as many goods as a big city, but it will likely have whatever you need. Okay. Oh no, I'm just going to check something real quick. Oh, okay. That's fine. Alright then. So we're scrolling down. Oh wait, no, we're scrolling up. Oh yeah. Alright. much at a discount. And here's an advance. Make whatever purchases you may need. Add 20 GP to your inventory. I already have some golds. That's good. I had 100 gold already, so I'm at 120. Lovely. I rolled for my gold, so that's why it's that much. You thank the mayor for her kind gesture, and she grunts in response before returning to her paperwork on the table. Go see Tomlin, the town herbalist, and Maybelline's fiance. Go to 49. Alright. Anytime you're within the large town of Langston, you may visit the store. To visit the general store, make a note of your starting section and turn to the back of the book labeled General Store. There you will find follow prompts for transaction. Oh, I have an idea now. What I can do is I can reopen this adventure, right? Let's see here now. If I open the adventure again, where is the solo adventures? I have them here somewhere, don't I? Hold on now. File. Aha, here we go. If I reopen this, I need to open it in a new tab, thanks. God damn it. Why is it opening up the last place I was at? Not what I want. I want a tabletop. Let's see here now. Where's the DnD Solo? Ah, there they are. DnD Solo Adventures. Okay. Let's open it again. Please open it again. Why are you not opening it again? Okay, I think I'm going to have to open it up in a different... Give me a second. I'm going to try open it up on the DnD Solo Adventures. Let me see here. Right, so if I try... I'm going to open it up on a separate page. There we go. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Oh, hey, there's actually the 4 characters on the book cover there. Okay, dismiss. I'm going to scroll to the bottom just to see what's in the general store, because I'm going to go to the general store first before I go speak to him. To your man. Okay. Try not to spoil myself. I'm trying to avoid seeing what's here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. I'm just going to go. I have 120 gold to spend. Well, that's... Ooh. Anyway, don't want to spoil myself. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Aha, I don't want to get spoiled on that, so scrolling past as quick as I can. Where the hell is the... Oh, I'm trying to find the general store. There we go, general store. Okay. Now let's see what they got here. Potion of healing is only 25 gold pieces. That's pretty fucking good. You know what? I am going to buy 2 potions of healing. So I am going to spend 50 gold pieces on that. So 50 out of 120 leaves me with 70. And I am going to... Yeah, so you can see I got my change shape there as well. 2 times potion of healing. Right, so I got 2 healing potions. And at level 1, that'll be useful. Okay, we're going to go to 49. Okay. Alright, this morning, Langston seems to be back to normal. Townspeople bustle about their daily lives of working, shopping, eating, and gossiping. You guess there are around 1,000 people in Langston, but you see very few people idle. Tradespeople ply their trade smithing, weaving, building furniture, or baking bread. But laughter is just a little too spaced out. The sounds of hammers and hoofbeats seem just a little too loud, the air charged with fear and grief. Even in the light of day, you passed a wagon with the flowers from the funeral once again. Sorry, I should be clicking my pen while I'm playing this. That's very distracting. Looking forlorn alone in the street. You now find yourself in a strange town with a substantial payday on the other end of a murder investigation. The victim is a young woman who was apparently torn apart by a wild beast, but within the confines of the town. Your first lead is the dead woman's fiance, but that's it. It looks like you have your work cut out for you. Hey, adventurer! Calls out a man's voice behind you. It's the same man who challenged you to the fight the day before. We've got our eyes on you, don't you think? Few others nearby shake their heads, and one local shoots an embarrassed look. You'll definitely have your work cut out for you here. If you're able to detect magic through a spell or ability, go to 91. If not, go to 84. Do I have detect magic? Let me see. Do I have any magic detection? Spells? No. Not there. Have any abilities? Let's see here that now. Tonic certain. Let's see. No, got none of that. Okay. So we're going to 84. You follow the mayor's instructions. Tomlin's cottage on the edge of town. But you'd have recognized it regardless. The home is a single-story, multi-room building with the same timber-framed walls, a clean coat of whitewash, and good-condition clay tiles on the roof. However, each visible window is obscured by lush flower boxes bursting with colour. The entire front of the home is festooned with decorative flowers, sprouting from the bushes and vines, and extending off to either side are more vine-covered trellises, I think that's how you pronounce that, indicating a substantial garden out back, some of which you can see between the plants and the trellis. Okay? It's a beautiful space whose owner obviously takes great pride in maintaining it, and you admire the effort that went into it, if nothing else. As you are not sure if the herbalist Tomlin is expecting you, you can go and knock on the door right away, or take in more of the surroundings, see if there's anything interesting. I think I want to take in more of the surroundings. I am making an investigation. You take a moment to admire the lush flowers and plants around you. A brightly coloured butterfly flutters past on its way to some purple flowers growing by the door, and bees hum contentedly among some brightly coloured blooms nearby. It smells sweet and green in a way that you could lose yourself in the moment. But before you can decide to give up a life of adventure for a plot of land, the door opens with a loud click. You jump instinctively, reaching for a way to defend yourself. But before you realise, it's just Tomlin and someone else. He's locked in a long kiss with a young... Wow! Oh, the motherfucker! Oh, the cheating bastard. The cheating bastard. Oh, I can't believe it. Tomlin, you motherfucker. You buried your fiance in the ground. You're already kissing someone else. You little fucker. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Oh boy. Oh, hello there. Who's joining me? Oh, hi, Anubis. I've just caught this grieving fiance in the middle of kissing another woman the day after his brutally murdered fiance's funeral.
Oh, the scandal.
I know, right? Oh.
Is this Baldur's Gate?
No, it's a solo play. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure, but there's dice rolls with D&D stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. This adventure is called the Wolves of Langston. It's by Obvious Mimic Gaming. You can get these PDFs online. They're not that expensive. They've released 3 adventures so far, and they've got 1 more on the way. So I ordered the bundle of the 3 that are out, and I pre-ordered the 4th one. Yeah, Ginny G actually recommended this a while ago. Anyway, Tomlin, he is locked in a long kiss, but sees you out of the corner of the eye and abruptly pulls her away. She nearly falls with a cry before catching herself against the doorframe. Tomlin stammers a moment before reaching into the house and handing the woman a sachet of herbal tea. Here's here's the medicine for your sick aunt. If there's anything else. The woman now notices you as well and blushes. No, thank you. I'll give this to my sick grandmother. Oh, I feel like Columbo right now, seeing through the bullshit.
My bullshit detector is going off and it's screaming in my head.
Yeah. She grips the sachet tightly in her fingers and excuses herself. Tomlin offers you a sheepish smile and a half shrug. You can go chastise the herbalist, ask him who his guest was, or say nothing at all.
Oh, come on. Why isn't there an option to just walk over and just slap the fuck out of his ass?
You know what? I feel like, so, who's your friend there? 52. You asked Tomlin who that was. Oh, he says, swiping his mussed hair back into place. Pretty routine, really. She's just a young woman getting medicine for her poor sick brother. They can't stick to their story. Aunt, you remind him. Oh yes, Aunt, Thomas says with a half laugh. Terribly ill. But such a darling girl for taking care of her ailing mother like that. Aunt, you say again. Right, won't you come in? He steps inside, waving you to follow him in. Oh, this motherfucker. Hold on
Are
now.
you on Twitch right now?
I am on Twitch right now, yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find you.
Yeah, hold on now.
Just so I
I'm
can
just
see.
going to put on Tomlin cheating on his fiancée. I'm just going to put mark cheater. Fiancé of victim, cheater. Yeah, I'm on to you, motherfucker. So far, I've met Roy Sunderhammond, a dwarven druid who works at the town. There's also another religious figure who is Solane, female human sun cleric. And we also know there is Tanya Anathram, who's the half-orc mayor, and she's got a dog named Buttercup. Big old pooch.
Aw, that's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah, I went to go pet the dog, but the dog tried to bite me.
Aw.
Yeah. Hold on now. Where were we? Looking embarrassed, but not able to resist glancing after his guest, Tomlin closes the door behind you. The herbalist cottage is now a riotous sensory experience. Fresh flowers sit in vases and lie in bunches on various surfaces. More flowers, herbs, and roots hang from the special drying racks among the ceiling beams. The windows are all hung with vibrant purple flowers in the early stages of drying out. They are evenly spaced with animal bunches of daisies tied with purple ribbons, so it's difficult for you to tell if they are medicinal or decorative, but it looks like a bit of Maybelline's influence on the space. The odors come in waves, and some medicinal, astringent, and other floral and herbal fruity in others floral, herbal, and fruity in waves. It's intense but not unpleasant. Speak for yourself. I have terrible hay fever that would play havoc with my allergies. The hearth's coals are banked low, but some decoration bubbles away in a cauldron. A more sophisticated filtering system rests on the workbench, slowly dripping bright orange liquid into a vial. Tomlin reaches for a kettle, just starting to bang away over a burner. Clearly, he had started the water for tea with the expectation of a different companion. He selects a packet of herbs and wildflowers. Even the story is throwing shade at him, almost without looking, and tosses them into a teapot and douses the tea into boiling water from a kettle. He pours 2 cups and hands one to you. Bitter steam wafts up from the yellowish liquid in his cup. He eagerly watches to see if you like the tea. You may drink the tea, 103, politely refuse the tea, or assess the tea for safety. I think I'm going to assess the tea for safety. Oh, also to catch you up. So I nearly got waylaid by wolves on the road. The druid dwarf saved my ass by, telling the wolves to fuck off. I arrive in town, find out there's a funeral from the dwarf, and then later on the cleric. and I meet the mayor there at the funeral at the Pickled Chicken Inn, and some guy accuses me of doing it because I guess he doesn't trust scaly tieflings because I'm in disguise right now. They don't know I'm a dragon. Yeah, they're blaming the wrong shapeshifter here. And the girl who was murdered, her parents were talking. This guy Tomlin was talking. So far, Tomlin, the mayor, and the cleric all said they have all been a little bit suspicious lately. So that's so far. We also know that the girl's parents do not want to see people right now. They gave a speech about that, and the guy who tried to picked a fight with me the next day, saying that he's watching me. But it doesn't seem the rest of the town agrees with him. They just think he's kind of an ass. Okay, cast it to detect poison disease. I do not have that. Use an intelligence nature check. I believe I do that, or wisdom medicine checks. Okay, so let's see. Do I have? I have +2 to my medicine and +4 to my nature. So I guess my best bet is to do a nature check. Nature. Yeah, alright. There's a nature check, so I have to roll 15 or more. Okay. So I have to roll a 15. Alright, let me just, hold on, I gotta turn the PDF window off real quick. There we go. I'm just using the, just using the strict save one. So roll D20 +4. Damn it, 13! I have 3 inspirations, but I want to save them for when I have to get into combat. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the L. I got 3 inspirations from successful rolls, though, so I'm trying to hold on to them. All right, I failed. So go to
placed with a memory eraser.
Yeah, you can't tell if the tea is safe or not. Starting to get awkward, but at least Tom is at least trying to look like he isn't amused. Drink tea anyways, go to 103. Refuse the tea, go to 86.
Drink it.
Drink, okay.
Take the risk.
Drink okay, I'm drinking it. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's an invigorating blend, unlike anything you've tried before. Despite the bitter aroma, the decoration itself, it's earthy and a little sweet. Gain the benefits of a short rest. Haven't used anything for that size. You let Tomlin know the tea is really very good. Thank you. It's an old family recipe used to give us stamina. He and this girl were going to drink stamina tea.
Bow chicka bow wow.
It's best to drink it when the mix is fresh, so I didn't see any point in wasting it, just because you paid a visit. You look over and it seems he's finally overcome his embarrassment and eyeing with a sly smile. You look at the cup for a moment. Oh no, just stamina. Nothing mood enhancing. Shall we get started? You agree and begin to set aside your empty teacup. Go to 80. So I guess you're here to ask me about Maybelline, Tomlin asks. Maybelline's the murdered girl. You let him know that he's correct. The herbalist sighs and sips his tea. Pain springs onto his handsome features and he looks past you in the middle distance. You were just kissing another woman. Don't bullshit me. Maybelline and I have known each other.
Is there no option to call him out?
No, but to be honest, it's better he did. Well, from my experience watching Columbo, it's better to let them play along with the bullshit so you can catch them out in a lie. Maybelline and I have known each other forever, of course, he says. She was the queen of the marketplace and has been since she was a child. I'm told even running her family vegetable cart, she still kept everyone organized and mediated conflicts. And I'm the town's primary medical authority. For the mundane medicine at least, Roy and Selene help with divine intervention when divine intervention becomes necessary. But still, I know everybody anyway. A slow, sad smile spreads across his face. And then, sometime around 3 months ago, something just clicks. We danced at the tavern to a bawdy song, kissed in the moonlight, and planned to wed within the month. We were just perfect for each other. And the tears start. I'm sorry. Thank you for being here to help find whoever or whatever did this, so that no one else will have to feel this kind of pain. It's no wonder her parents are holding themselves up in the farm, refusing to talk to anyone. Maybelline was a bright and shining star who will be dearly missed. What else do you want to know? Ask where Tomlin was the night Maybelline died. Ask if Maybelline had any enemies. Ask if Tomlin has anyone or anything else strange around town. Oh, what was that? I got a notification there. Activity feed. Oh, thanks, Sunka Tanka. Thank you very much. I appreciate the follow. Let's see here now. So, I can ask him where he was the night Maybelline died, ask him if Maybelline had any enemies, or ask him if he's seen anyone or anything strange around the town lately. I'm going to ask him where he was when Maybelline died. That is the best question to ask. Alright. When you ask Tom where he was the night Maybelline's death, a dark flash of anger crosses his face. However, his expression is quickly dissolved into shame. I was with friends, he says. Oh no, I'm not that kind of friend. I was having a drink at the tavern and got a little out of hand. Maybelline and I had a whirlwind courtship, so there was no stag party. That night became it. When you ask if anyone else can confirm that, he rattles off a bunch of names. He has a dozen or more people from around town who can confirm he was there until dawn. Roll either an intelligence investigation or wisdom insight. If you roll a 10 or more on investigation, go to 3. If you roll a 10 or more on insight, if you roll less than 10 on your check, go to 66. I think I'm going to roll investigation. I'm pretty sure I have a plus on that. Yeah, my investigation is +4, whereas my insight's 0. So I'm going to roll investigation. So hold on now. Gotta close the window real quick so people can see the roll. Roll D20 +4. 11! Got it on the investigation. Alright, gotta put that back on. Alright. So, roll a 10 or more on investigation, go to 83. Gain inspiration. Okay, I'm going over 3 inspiration. I don't care because, so we got 4 inspiration now. Save. Alright. You ask a few more questions about the night in the tavern. Who was there? Who was there and what everyone was doing. A picture emerged and sounds like Tomlin was leaving something out. There are details missing. Ask if it really was just the menfolk or why Maybelline wasn't there. Oh, I think we should ask why Maybelline wasn't with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tomlin looks down into his teacup, swirling the yellow-green liquid, watching the bits of leaf spin. I had plans to meet people that night. A childhood friend is having some marital woes and in need of an ear to bend. While I would have loved to have been with Maybelline too. She just was superstitious, so didn't go out at night when the moon was full. Thought it was an evil omen. Okay, yeah, I am 100% certain it's a werewolf now. He looks up at you, eyes glistening with tears. Turns out she was right. The silence stretches out, only to be interrupted by the occasional bird song outside or a bubble bursting in the filtration system. I miss her so much, Tomlin says. Never thought I had it in me to settle down with just one woman, especially not a farmer's daughter. Especially not a farmer's daughter from the town where I've lived all my life. But that's what happened anyway. And despite my reputation, the herbalist voice catches and he wipes a few tears from each eye before asking if there's anything else you want to know from him. If you haven't asked yet, you can confirm that it was just him and his friends at the tavern, go to 74. Alternatively, you can ask him about if Maybelline had any enemies, go to 56. Inquire about any other strange happenings in town, go to 62. Or say your goodbyes. Alright. So should we confirm it was just him and his friends? Or should we ask if there was any strange occurrences around the town? I don't think this girl had any enemies. Not from what I've learned about her yet.
Let's see let's see about his friend.
Alright, 74. Well, mostly just men, Tomlin says. At some point, Selene, that's the cleric, was passing through on her way to speak to someone. She looked a little haggard, but was her usual cheery self. She stopped over for a quick hello before rushing on her way. You ask how familiar Tomlin is with Selene and her usual self. Well, you know, he shrugs, but more to relieve himself of some strong emotion than uncertainty. We were lovers before her pilgrimage. Well, okay, fair enough. Mabel, I have seen the picture of Selene. Selene is a looker. But she was gone. But while she was gone, Maybelline and I thought, yeah, I bet you've fallen in love with a few girls. You ask how Selene took it. Not well at first, but she came around. She even agreed to perform at the wedding ceremony. You ask if that's typical for Selene to perform at ceremonies like that. Her or Roy. So either the cleric or the druid. He pours himself another cup of tea. Roy was the one there with us actually. He left early though when he started sneezing and coughing up a fit. Okay, he's sneezing and coughing a lot. He's allergic to something. You ask why Maybelline wasn't with him in the first place. Go to 104. Already did that. Or if you haven't done so yet, you can ask more about Maybelline if she had any enemies. Go to 56. Or if there's anything suspicious about town. I think let's get the enemies one out of the way because I don't think she does. 56. Thomas Scott. Of course she didn't have any enemies. Everyone loved her. And she loved everyone back. It's simple as that. Obviously, even the best people aren't universally beloved, so Tomlin isn't telling you something. You try to get information out of him by persuading him that it's safe. Roll a charisma persuasion check. If you get a 10 or more, go to 85. If you get a 10 or okay. So what is my? I think my persuasion is good. It's a +3. It's not bad. I did roll it before and I did not get a great result. So I might actually spend an inspiration on this if I don't get it. D20 +3. I just have to get a 10 though. Don't have to roll that. Natural fucking 20! Let's fucking go. I was rolling 4s non-stop before you arrived. Oh yeah. I'm good, thanks, Sunkatanka. Sorry for not replying to you sooner. I was a bit engrossed in the game there. Hold on, did I? Yeah, everybody saw it. Okay, so everybody saw the roll. That was a natural 20. Okay. So we got the persuasion check. Go to 85. Tomlin resists revealing any names at first, but only slightly. In fact, there are at least 2 people I can think of, he says, then quickly raises his hand in a soothing motion. Now, these aren't so much enemies as conflicts, you understand. You nod, he tells you what he knows. He'd seen Maybelline and Mayor Anathram arguing, and Maybelline never argued with anyone as far as he knew. Sadly, he couldn't hear what they were saying. And Selene, okay, so was arguing with victim. Mayor was arguing with victim. I gotta note that down. Mayor was arguing with victim. I'm taking down notes like a proper detective. Okay. So yeah, where were we? And Selene. Okay, so Sally couldn't hear what they were saying. And Selene was his lover before she went on a pilgrimage. He didn't wait for her, and his love for Maybelline blossomed when Selene was away. Obviously, losing me was quite the blow. Full of himself much? Tomlin says with a crooked smile, but then he remembers himself and returns to the story without the playboy arrogance. Selene had shut herself up in the tower for a while before venturing out to administer her priestly duties, mostly anointing of babies, blessing homes, and similar tasks. Tomlin didn't speak to her much at that time. Does that help at all? Tomlin asks. If you haven't done so yet, you can ask who else was at the event, or inquire about other strange phenomena around town. Yeah, 74 just takes us back to the list of questions we haven't asked. 62. Tomlin rubs his beard. He doesn't have a beard. He was clean shaven. Tomlin rubs his clean shaven chin, which he probably knows highlights his jawline. Nothing strange, except maybe the wolves have been more vocal than usual. Yeah, they're not hiding that it's a werewolf at all.
It's a werewolf.
Yeah, there have always been wolves around, but they seem louder and closer over the last month or two. You ask if the... Okay, wait a minute. There's two people who have come back recently, over a month or two. And that's Roy and Solane. Okay. You ask if the wolves have ever been a threat before. Only to livestock, Tomlin says. But now that I think about it, there was some talk of a couple of strangers that for some reason camped near Emmett's and Tilly's farmstead. Why wouldn't someone stay in town? There are lots of reasons, Tomlin says with a shrug. If they haven't a coin, maybe, or if they're like Roy and just prefer to sleep without walls hemming you in. But there have also been some foreigners complaining about thefts. If these, whoever they are, well, they're up to no good. It could be why they aren't staying in town. Could they have done this? The herbalist's voice tightens as he makes the realization, with his eyes flashing anger. You assure him you will find out. Alright. You continue questioning Tomlin if there's some questions you haven't asked. You could ask him, or he's already asked that, or ask if maybe I already did that. Or if you haven't anything else you can you want to ask, you can bid Tomlin farewell and continue your investigation elsewhere. Alright, so we're going to do our investigation elsewhere. You say that Tomlin has been very helpful so far, and you get up to leave. Tomlin clears his throat as you ready yourself to go. Before you move on, adventurer, there is something going on here that I'm worried is related to Maybelline's death. The past few nights, something has been tearing up the garden, destroying months of cultivation, and there are strange clawed prints in the soil many mornings. You ask what you could possibly do to help. Alright, I think it's at the top of the page here. Well, obviously I'm a lover, he says, not a fighter. Please check the garden before you go. He seems genuinely earnest and fearful, so you feel as though you should check it out. Alright, 78. Tomlin shows you the garden outside the back of his cottage. The lush space is a riot of colours and smells, but is so well organised. It's more of a small farming plot than what can reasonably be called a garden. Flower beds and tracts of green herbs dominate the plot, while climbing vines cover trellises that make up a fence. One of the beams anchoring a far corner of the trellises has fallen over. The place smells amazing, and bees lazily hum from blossom to blossom. From here you can examine the flower beds, go to 99, or take a look at the fallen post, go to 71. Or walk the trellis perimeter. I'm kind of curious. Okay. Guess we go for the flower beds first. I think this is a case where we get to take a look at all of them. Alright. I have to make a survival check. Upon a closer inspection, some of the flowers are dug up and damaged. So are some of the herbs. Tomlin cradles some of the damaged plants, murmuring them as if they were sick kittens. Something has clearly been causing havoc here. Roll a survival check. 15 or more, go to 61. If you roll less than 15, go to 73. Okay. Alright, so what is my survival? Let's see here. So my survival... Flat D20 roll, so I'm going to have to get lucky for this one. Alright. Our D20. I don't believe it! 17! I got it! On screen if you don't believe me. Oh, yeah! Alright. Back to the game. Alright, so go to 61. You find a trail through the flower beds. Something got into the garden, and it seems it can't get out. Some of the damage to the flowers is recent, So whatever caused it either returned multiple times or never left. The destruction is low to the ground, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence of feeding. Almost like something enjoyed tearing up the cultivated plants. You can follow the trail 75, or check the path by the trellis, or examine the post, go to 71. I say we follow the trail. Alright. You notice 2 dead shrubs that appear out of place in the manicured garden. Despite being out of the wind, they shake and creak, so you know something is amiss. The shrubs uproot themselves and attack, which is about what you expected. Alright, let's see. Okay, go to 64. Okay, scraplings. Armor class 14, hit point 7. The scraplings are like 2 small humanoids, apparently made out of dry wood. Hold on now. I'm going to get my notepad open here. So, grappling 1, AC 14. And I'm just going to... and HP 7. HP 7 out of 7. And I'm going to copy paste that and change that 1 to a 2. V. Alright. So we got 2 scraplings. And we'll see their abilities. Vulnerabilities. Fire deals double damage. Claws plus 4 to hit. 3 piercing damage or 1d4 plus 1. Well, I always roll damage on you guys, so I guess I'll roll it on myself if they hit me. The scraplings look like 2 small humanoids made out of dry wood. They rake at you with their sharp claws of with sharp claws amid the clattering of their wooden limbs. Tomlin grabs a nearby pitchfork and engages one of them, but he calls out, "Kill them! But with fire if you can." You fight only one scrapling while Tomlin fights the other. Both fight to the death. Alright. Tomlin doesn't have any stats, so I guess his fight's happening in the background, so he's going to be attacking one. I'm going to have a 1v1 with the first one, and then I'll go fight the second one. Okay. So, yeah, Tomlin's a commoner, so he's not going to have much of a chance. He's only got 4 hit points, so I'm just going to say they're just going to be having a wee little tiff in the back. Okay, so now we roll for initiative. Let's see here. So, the scraplings have a dex of +2. I think I have the same. Let me see. My dex is... oh, yeah, so we both have initiative 2. I'll roll for myself first, and then I'll roll for... R D20 +2. This for me. I rolled a 14. Now for the scrapling. Scrapling goes first. Okay. Now, I have to change the music because we're going into combat now. Well, that fucking sucks. So I'm just going to put that on refresh at battle music. Bit dramatic for these little fuckers, but it'll do. Alright. So the scrapling's going to attack me first with its claws. I have 10 hit points at least, so I'm quite chunky. So it is going to roll a d20 +4 to hit me. Our d20 +4. Dirty 20, so that hits. And I believe it's a d4 +3. Jesus Christ, I'm already bloodied. 4. Alright. Let's see here now. It has 7 hit points. Let me see. I can do Chromatic Orb on it. Oh, wait. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs on it. That's what I'll do. So I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs and have it roll another d20. And if it's lower than the first one, that's the roll it's using. So I'm casting Silvery Barbs, d20. So it rolled an 18 before. If it's less than it, motherfucker, it still hits me. Okay, well, at least I'm going to give myself advantage with Silvery Barbs for my next hit. So I've used a spell slot as well. I've only got 2 of those. Shit. Okay. One spell slot expended. Oh, I'm just going to show you guys that real quick. I have marked my health down as well. So there's my expended spell slot. There's my remaining 4 hit points. Lovely. Okay. I'll have to chug a health potion with that. Okay, yeah, I'm going to use a health potion with my bonus action. But let's see, what's a standard health potion? And I have to get chromatic orb up here. Chromatic orb 5e. Health potion 5e. Potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2 for the potion of healing. And chromatic orb. I'm gonna do chromatic orb of fire damage. Why is that taking so long? So yeah, first things first, I'm gonna roll the healing first. So R 2d4 plus 4. Perfect. I undo the damage with that. So I'm back up to full. I'm gonna have to spend. I have to spend my other hit point though. All right. So back to 10 hit points. Both spell slots are spent now because I've just used chromatic orb as well. Let's see, does chromatic orb load yet? Chromatic orb. Yes, it did. Okay. So it is first level. Okay, I have to roll to hit, I believe. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 of... So it's fire damage in this case. So I'm gonna roll that damage now. So my spell attack is 6. I will prove that now to the stream. Show that I'm not cheating.
Yeah, sorry I've been so quiet. I'm just at home and I'm unloading groceries.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, I'm just proving that I'm in a fight with a pair of like essentially knockoff twig blights. Okay, so I'm casting chromatic orb. I'm out of spell slots. Okay, does chromatic orb hit? 21. Its AC
Yes.
is only 14. That hits. So R3d8. Oh, I incinerate that little fucker. So yeah, I've used 2 spell slots and a health potion on this thing to fight back. Alright, now there's one more scrapling. It's the scrapling's turn. It's seen that I've killed its friend. It's going to go after me. Unfortunately, they did win initiative. So R D20 plus 4. 30, 20, so it hits. R D4 plus 3. 7 damage. I am once again bloodied. Down to 3 hit points. Alright, it's my turn now. I am going to use my last potion of healing that I bought at the shop, so that's gone. I'm going to use my bonus action to do that. So I'm going to use my 2d4. R2d4 plus 4. 11, I'm back up to full.
Nice.
Alright, I'm going to need to buy more healing potions. Alright, I used all my first level spell slots, so let's see what can I do. I can do Lightning Lure or Mind Sliver. I think I'm going to go for Lightning Lure. Let me see, what does Lightning Lure do? Actually, I shouldn't get rid of that in case I need to cast Chromatic Orb again. Lightning Lure. So Lightning Lure. Or I could use my breath weapon. I could just blast him with my breath weapon because technically I can still use that. Although I don't want to give away that I'm a dragon in front of this guy. Okay. It has to make a strength saving throw. Let's take a look at its strength. I'm going to put it back on screen now real quick so we can have a look at its strength together. Its strength is +1. And my save DC is 14. Alright. Oh, I forgot to give myself advantage. I still have advantage for an attack or something because I used silvery barbs there earlier. Alright. Okay, so we're going to go back here. So, strength save. It has to roll 14 or higher. R D20 +1. Please roll 12 or less. It failed. Okay, now I get to roll a D8. R D8. 4. Still alive. Alright, it's little fucker's turn now. It's going to go to attack me again. R D20 +4. Hit me again. R D4 +3. Set down to 3 hit points again. Jesus, and I got no more healing potions. So that's lovely. It fucked me up. Alright. I am going to... I'm just going to use my breath weapon on it. I have to make sure it survives. So it's got to make a dex save. It has to make a DC 13 dex save. Its dex is +2 because that was its initiative. So you guys saw that already. Alright. So... R D20 +2. It failed, so R 2d6 of lightning damage. 10 damage. Okay, should have opened with that. I probably could have killed both the little fuckers. I can get that breath weapon back after a short rest. I am fucked up right now. But yeah,
I bet.
we won. Hooray.
Nice.
Oh, that was... Oh, boy. That's just the first combat. Alright. Careful when you're eating there on mic. Just make sure the mic doesn't pick it up. Please. Alright. Let's see here now. Next there. Okay, I have to go back to Wolves of Langston. If you win, go to 88. As you... Oh, yeah, I have to change the music back. Still combat music. Give me 1 second, guys. Back to the town music. It'll kick in now in a second. Okay, there we go. As you deal the final blow to the scrappling, Tomlin screams with wild fury as he stabs his opponent until it is splintered and broken. I was only supposed to fight one of them. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, the rusty tines of the pitchfork are bent with the force of his blows. He brushes his hair out of his eyes and spits on the creature, but his easy smile is back in place when he looks upon you. Well, glad that's over with, he says brightly. Souvenir. He reaches down and plucks one of the severed arms with its claws. Add Scrappling Claw to your inventory. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Just remove my 2 potion bottles. Tomlin didn't do shit. I was the one who killed that little fucker with my breath weapon. Alright. Back here, okay. Listen, I know plants, but not plant creatures, he admits. So you should take that and go speak to Roy Sunderhammer. That's the druid. Looking up at the sky, the day is drawing to a close. However, you feel it's not a good idea to try and find the druid's grove in the dark with what you've learned. Today, you decide to go to the inn for a good night's rest. I fucking need it! And maybe recover from the challenges of the day so far. You say goodbye to Tomlin when he shushes you. Before you go, he says, please join me in the cottage. You follow him inside. Go to 72. Okay. I'm very grateful, Tomlin says once you're in his cottage. This will help with your investigation. It was meant to be a wedding gift for Maybelline, but I can no longer bear to have it here with me. But maybe it will be useful to you. He presents an ornate glass vial. The vial contains a filter of remembrance. Add filter of remembrance 10 doses to your inventory. Okay, I'll add that now. So, filter of remembrance times 10. Alright. That's in my inventory now. And save. Okay. I'm terribly sorry. I'm a terrible person for feeling some relief. Am I a terrible person for feeling some relief, he asks. A smile briefly dances around his. No, I suppose that would be natural. And we were together till death did us part. Filter of remembrance. Okay. Filter of remembrance. Contain 10 doses of perfume. When you apply a dose, you get a +1 to charisma checks for 10 minutes or until you wash. Oh, okay, so this is something you rub on yourself. You don't eat it. If the vial contains at least 3 doses, it can be used like a grenade-like weapon. Any creature within 10 feet of impact must make a wisdom saving throw. DC 10 plus the number of doses left. On a failed save, that'd be 18 if I threw the whole thing. The affected creature is stunned for 1d4 turns. On a save, the filter has no effect. Creatures who receive a perception bonus from the sense of smell will have disadvantage on their saving throws. The item only affects creatures with intelligence of 6 or more. Fair enough. I guess they have to know. They have to be able to remember stuff. Okay, so it gives me a +1 to charisma checks for 10 minutes. That sounds pretty good. He gets a faraway look in his eyes as he stares past you. You bid him farewell, which he distractedly returns, and you make your way back to the inn. Go to 106. You make your way back through town after a very eventful day. The occasional point of whispered conversation trails in your wake. But you are left to your own thoughts as you make your way back to the inn. It's been an eventful day in the life of a traveling adventurer. You've been hired to flush out and eliminate an unknown killer by Mayor Anathram and her terrifying pet. I don't know, it's kind of cute. I mean, yeah, it's threatening, but yeah. You have also met with the emotionally needy and possibly unstable fiancé of the victim. You have narrowly avoided becoming fertilizer in his garden at the hands of the pair of scraplings. So you arrive back at the inn to get some rest. Sun is just starting to dip into the west. You take a hot meal with you upstairs, where you eat and ready yourself for a long rest. If tomorrow's anything like that, you feel like you'll need all the rest again. I am also going to spend another 50 gold on 2 more potions, so I'm down at 20 gold. I've spent all the gold I've started with, and I'm so potion of health times 2. I feel like it's worth it. We can say I either did that in the morning or I did that in the evening. Either way. Go to 93. Okay, 93. Gain the benefits of a short rest. Oh man. Okay. Spending a hit die then. Yeah. Alright, so I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to say then definitely I got those potions before. God damn it. Slash R B8 plus my con. And my con is... What is my con again? My con is... +3. Okay. I'll prove that to you now. You can see it right there, just above my head. +3. My constitution is 17 +3. There we go. Okay. Alright. Right, so... D8 +3. Okay. 4 hit points. Lovely. Rolled a 1 on that. Alright. Okay, 7 hit points then. Save. Let's see what happens next. Did I turn that back on? I did not. I did mark the 4 hit points and I have no hit dice left. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading. You wake with the moonlight streaming in the window. It's beautiful, clear. I gotta make sure. Yeah. It's a beautiful, clear night, but you feel the back of your neck prickle. After walking to the window, you look across the cobblestone streets to the roof of the neighboring building. A hunched, hairy shape is silhouetted against the night. and sky limned with the moonlight. Though its face is obscure in shadows, its eyes burn with a golden fire. Whatever it is extending a long, powerful arm in your direction and waits. The rooftop is across the street and angled slightly upon from your second-story room. Yeah, this thing is definitely a werewolf by the sounds of it. You can open the window and call out to the creature. Go to 79. Call out for help. Go to 53. Or charge us. I'm not going to attack the beast. That is. Oh, actually, there is a thing down there. I can gain inspiration. I don't think after that fight Yeah, I think I'm going to call for help. I actually see what 94 does, but I don't think that's a good... No. You call out for help. The golden eyes across the way narrow at you. You wonder if it is some attack coming, but its shoulders start to shake. The thing is laughing at you, calling for help. It slips away into the darkness just as the innkeeper busts in wearing a striped nightgown. You tell him what you saw. The innkeeper rushes in the window before you back. You sure, he asks. Doesn't look like there's anything there. Maybe you should get more sleep, yeah? Alright. You can go to the innkeeper. You can do the... Yeah, I'm going to do the innkeeper. I'm getting my fucking long rest. Sorry now, but like, I don't want to... I got fucked up because I thought I had to fight 2 of these things. That's on me. Did not have to fight 2 of them. I get my hit dice back, and I get my breath weapon back. Oh, I actually could have got my breath weapon back on a short rest. But yes, I'm back. Full HP, have 2 health potions. Alright. I'm sorry, I was not going to chance that. That would have been stupid. Oh wait, why is that... Huh? Wait a minute. Why is... Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no, the folder's not popping up. Shit. Why did... OBS, why is this not working? God damn it. Oh, I'm going to close it and open it again. That might work. Alright. And it's on the page I was. Good. Alright, let's see. Did that fix it? It did. Good. Okay, that fixed it. Okay. Despite the scare you just had, you see just as another day in the life of a hero for hire. You check that the door and window are locked and draw the curtains and crawl into bed. In the dark, with just the sound of your own beating heart, it's harder than you had thought to get a rest. Roll either Constitution or Wisdom saving throw. Okay, I'm rolling Con. Oh, hi! Hi, Wings! Welcome in, Raiders! I am playing a DnD Solo adventure, and I am investigating the murder of a girl whose fiance was cheating on her. The 2 local... The local druid seems to have an allergy. I don't know why. Magic allergy by the sounds of things. The cleric is also sus as fuck because she used to date the ex-fiance. And the town mayor is a gorgeous half-orc in like these gorgeous in a beautiful suit with a cute dog. How was your stream, Wings? And also welcome in everybody. My name is Crit Edition. I am the Dragon Daddy VTuber. I like to play video games and play tabletop games. So I'm doing a D&D solo adventure tonight. This is the Wolves of Langston. It is a solo adventure, which is kind of like it's kind of a choose your own adventure, but you play it with a D&D character sheet and dice. It's a lot of fun. So I have to roll a d12. I have to roll a con save or a wisdom save. I'm going to do a con. It was good. I've been running around the Infinite Desert for the last 40 minutes. Yeah, it sounds like you were quite busy. All right, Jesus Christ. So you got a little stuck Alright, so I gotta roll. I'm gonna roll a con because my con is a +5. I have a +5 to my con saving throw. I'm gonna show you guys that. So you can see I'm not lying. Right there. +5 constitution. There we go. Alright. So I have to roll a 12 or higher. So R D20 +5. To roll a wisdom of natural fucking 20. Okay, so I can keep the benefits of my long rest. Good. FF7 apparently hates me, but at least I'm not doing bad for levels and such now. That's good. That's good. I'd say that's just a challenge of like a lot of old school RPGs, to be honest, that you're suffering there. Okay. So, I'm back up to full health. I got fucked up by these two little twig-like knockoffs. Okay. When dawn breaks, you climb out of bed and prepare for the day. So go to 107. Cold breakfast, come on. It's just outside your door to your room, which you eat as you go. The common room is empty and the streets are quiet. The wagon laden with flowers from the funeral still sits outside the inn. You remind yourself of your purpose here and head out of town to speak to the druid. You get to the patch of the druid's grove marked on your map before leaving town. Alright. You leave southwest and cross the river onto the seldom used dirt road. You walk across the road until you reach the path leading into the druid's grove. The path to the grove winds through the old growth forest. It's beautiful and peaceful beyond your expectations. Shafts of sunlight pierce the canopy, and a forest floor of pillowy moss. Everything is rich and brown and shining green, but something is wrong. Silence hangs over the wood like a shroud. No birds are singing, no insects are humming in the undergrowth. Not even a distant call of raven breaks the stillness. Something is very wrong. You walk through the eerily quiet woods. Sunlight jabs through the canopy, creating pools of light everywhere, but the lack of sounds is unnerving. You go into the woods anyway. Go to 122. Alright. You move unbothered south along the path through the silent woods. Eventually you reach a clearing. At first you wonder if it's the Druid's Grove, but it's just a place where the trees have given grass a little room to grow. This seems like a good place to stop for a moment and have a drink from your water skin. But you do a quick spot check first. Roll an intelligence nature check or wisdom perception check. I'm better with nature. Because I have a higher intelligence. My nature is +4, whereas my perception is a flat 0. So we're going to roll the +4. RD20 +4. Damn it, 9. I don't think that's enough. Oh, wait. I can use one of my points of inspiration. I have 4. Alright, I'm going to spend the points of inspiration to re-roll that. I'm going to take the second roll because I want to keep my other points of inspiration. Alright. Let's see here. So, RD20 +4. Let's see if we can do better. God damn it, we did worse. Okay. I'm going to take the loss there. Alright. I rolled 1 lower. Fuck's sake. Alright. You roll a 15 or more, go to 155. You get less, go to 119. Okay, you see no threats, but a threat sees you. You are attacked by a tiny creature that looks like a large mosquito. By the largest mosquito you've ever seen. It drops out of one of the trees on leathery wings and lunges at you with a long, sharp proboscis and 6 clawed feet. It is a scourge and has appeared by hiding in a nearby tree. You may move or take any actions in the first round of combat. Go to 144. Elderly Scourge. Here we go. The Scourge is an unholy union between a bat and mosquito. It looks worse for wear. Its wings are haggard and there's some ragged edges about it. It's lacking any... Oh, it's only got 2 hit points. Alright, I guess we're rolling for combat, guys. So let's see, the Scourge, my initiative is +2. The Scourge's initiative is +3. Okay. So let's roll for combat then. Oh no, I gotta change the dice roll. So we'll roll for me first, +2. RD20 +2. 18, that's good. And now for the Sturge. RD20 +3. Please be lower than 18. Oh, yes, I'm going first. Haha. Alright, so Scraplings are dead, so we're going to get those off this notepad. Sturge. HP 2 out of 2. AC. What is its AC? I'll turn it back on so you guys can see its AC quickly. Its AC is 14. Okay. That's not too bad to hit. AC 14. Alright. So I'm going to start my attack first. This thing's just come flying at me. I know what a Sturge is. It's trying to fucking get my giblets. Let's see here now. I am going to cast Mind Sliver on it. And I believe it has to make a Wisdom saving throw on that. Or is it an Intelligence saving throw? It's either way, let's see now. Let me just look up Mind Sliver real quick. Mind Sliver 5e. Mind Sliver. Psychic Energy. Let's see, does it... Intelligence saving throw. Perfect! Because look what its intelligence. I'm going to show you guys what its intelligence is. Oh, you guys can't see what its intelligence is. I'll show you guys. Yeah, so yeah, it has to make an intelligence saving throw, which is a -4. All right, so it has to make our D20 -4. Oh yeah, it's only 1. I think I'll kill it after this. It's a 1. I get to roll damage on Mind Sliver then. Mind Sliver. Intelligence savings or take 1d6 psychic damage. I love that this is a cantrip too. So if I roll a 1, it'll still get to attack me. So has to be, as long as it's a 2 or more, I win. Just kill it instantly. It's dead. I'm glad I didn't put the combat music on because it would have been over already. So yeah, I've killed the Sturge. There we go. Alright, that was easy. If you reduce the Sturge to 0 hit points, go to 138. Gain inspiration. Alright, I'm back up to 4. Yeah, I'm going over the 3 inspiration limit because I'm level 1 and this can be quite hard for level 1 players. Alright. You knock the little bloodsucker out of the air. It falls to the ground and twitches a couple of times and then lies still. The clearing still seems like a good place to take a rest. As you rest, however, the sound does not return to the woods. The Sturge was not the cause of the unease. Gain the benefits of a short rest. Well, I didn't spend anything. Didn't lose any hit points. Didn't use my breath weapon. Didn't use any first level spells. I only used a cantrip. So we're good on that. When you're ready to move on, you can continue towards the Druid Grove. Go to page 150. Sorry, not page 150, but paragraph 150. After twisting and turning a little way through the woods and calming after your run-in with the Sturge, you reach the edge of the trees above what could only be the Druid's home. The woods open up into a pasture dotted with wildflowers. A craggy outcropping of stone juts up from the center, and it looks like there's a small kitchen area set up under an overhang with a hammock, a table and a chest. It looks like a naturally occurring lean-to or a cottage with most of the walls missing. The Druid is nowhere to be seen. You can clearly see the grove is occupied, however. Near the outcropping, you see a medium-sized wolf. The animal is stocky and slightly red in color. It hasn't noticed you yet, though it raises its head to sniff the air. Hold on. Hold on now. The dwarf druid has red hair. Try to sneak into the grove, just right into the grove. I'm going to try and sneak in. But let's see here now. 143. You slip off the trail into the nearby woods, taking care to keep yourself hidden and stepping on the soft moss. You approach the grove, your position shifts to reveal the wolf chewing on something in the grass. Then, even at this distance, you hear crackling and crunching of breaking bones. The wolf raises its head, its muzzle bloody and ragged, strip of flesh in its teeth, and swallows without really chewing it. It renews its unseen meal. To try and sneak up on the wolf, roll a dexterity check at disadvantage. If you roll a 13 or higher, go to 137. If you roll less than 13, go to 116. Alternatively, you can just approach the wolf. I'd say we go for the stealth check. It's at disadvantage. What is my stealth? My stealth is a +2. We have to get a 13 or higher at disadvantage. Let's fucking go. Alright, so R2D20 +1 KL1. Alright. I only rolled a 10. Shit. The other one was a nat 20. No. Alright. Well. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys the roll. Sorry. There's the roll. Look. It didn't work though. It says a total of 30, but that's I only got a 10. 9 + 1 is 10, so let's see here now. Right. If you roll less than 13, go to 116. As you emerge in the clearing, you sight of the wolf behind the rocky outcrop. For a moment, you're moving cautiously, but slip and scuffle on some loose gravel underfoot. You glance down at the offending patch of ground, and you look up, and the wolf has vanished. Panicking in the moment, you look behind you and all around the clearing, but you cannot spot the animal anywhere. Then the wolf trots out from behind the rocky outcropping, muzzle covered in blood. Whatever or whoever it has been eating, it looks at you intently and stretches. The blood-stained animal stands still, neither advancing or running away. You could either try communicating with the wolf or go to attack. Okay. Let's see here. I say try to communicate. I don't have a great animal handling, but I'll try. I don't know, which one was that? The wolf looks quizzically at you. About what to do next, but if you offer any rations for your pal, you could offer some food to the wolf. Go to 145. Alternatively, you could communicate with wolf by speaking normally. Go to 134, or a spell that allows you to speak with animals. I say it might be wise to give it some food, so I'll mark off one ration. Alright, so remove one ration from my... I haven't had to use any of my rations yet, because the town's been feeding me. So let's see there. Where are my rations? Rations times 10. Now it's rations times 9. And there is our red wolf. Alright. Remove one ration for you. And gain inspiration. Okay. I'm up to 5 inspiration now. I'm going to say 5 is my limit. Alright, so if I want to gain more, I have to spend some. The wolf sniffs at what you've offered and then takes a bite. It nods in appreciation as it snaps and snuffles through the meal. When it fishes, it sits on its haunches, licking its lips and nodding at you expectantly. Use the spell to speak with animals. Go to 118, or just speak with the wolf normally. I don't have speak with animals, so I'm going to go to 134. The wolf in the Druid's Grove seems unusually intent as you're responsive. You wonder out loud if it can understand you. It nods. You ask who or what the wolf is and why it can understand you. It trots over. This is the fucking werewolf, because they can. It trots over to the living area under the rock outcropping and nose around a pile of tattered clothes. A moment later, it comes trotting back with a wooden druidic holy symbol. It drops the holy symbol of the tree. You found the druid. You ask the druid to revert back to his dwarven shape, but he woefully shakes his head. He trots towards his home, built under the outcropping, clearly requesting you follow. Okay, so plant creatures attack plants at the herbalist. The herbalist is the fiance. I'm starting to think this guy's the werewolf. I'm suspecting him. He trots toward the home built under the outcropping, clearly requesting you follow. I know druids can wild shape, but the fact is I saw a hairy creature taunting me that was orange, and this guy seems to be very close with wolves. I know he's a druid, but that does not rule him out as a werewolf. The inside, because you follow inside, the inside is as joyfully sloppy as the dwarf himself. The dwarf in wolf form pads around for a few moments until he jams his snout into a box of scrolls. After gingerly lifting a few out and unfurling the item, the druid places a paw on one. You read, Polypox or Doppelganger's Curse. Polypox is a blood-borne disease that affects those who can innately change their shape. Oh fuck! I'm a dragon. Polypox. Traps. Shapeshifters. Polymorphers. And wild shapers in their transformation. That's kind of broken when you think about it. Imagine if someone polymorphs themselves into a young dragon and then they get polypox. Why would you want to cure it then? Because for almost perhaps in their transformation causes, yeah, but it just says it affects dragons and doppelgangers, those who can innately change shape. Druids can't innately change shape. Werewolves can. Can last for weeks. In extreme cases, cause delirium and even memory loss can occur. Okay, so that's why you'd want to get rid of it. Following the description of the disease, there is a recipe for decoction, including wolfsbane, sage, hornwort. You ask if these herbs grow nearby, and the druid nods. You ask if the herbalist will have them, and get another empathetic nod. Okay, polypox cure recipe to inventory. Polypox cure recipe. Okay, that's in there now. Oh, hold on, I didn't spell polypox right. This is a disease that can affect dragons, so I should be worried. I mean, they don't know I'm a dragon. They just think I'm a tiefling. Alright, ask if the druid's sure if it's polypox. I'm gonna ask that. The wolf stares at you for a moment, then starts to vibrate. Its form starts to soften, and the bones and muscles move. And then with a sneeze, all motion stops. The druid nods, and then stares impatiently at you. You can either try to find the herbs yourself, or go back to town and get them from Tomlin. I'm going to get them from Tomlin. You return to Tomlin's cottage to get any herbs you're missing for the polypox cure. When you arrive and knock at Tomlin answers alone. You tell him about the polypox cure and let him know you need sage, hornwort, and wolfsbane. Wolfsbane? For Roy? Ah, well, that shouldn't be too hard, he says with a broad smile. What do you need? If you want to get sage, go to 114. If you want to get hornwort, go to 159. Or if you're missing the wolf, I need to get all three, so I'm just going to go to I'm going to go for the Wolfsbane first. I have lots of dried Wolfsbane, but I can't handle it right now. Tomlin shows a bandaged hand. I hurt myself in the fight against the Scraplings. Okay, that does make sense. That's a poisonous flower, and I wouldn't have it get near any toxins at all wound. Instead, he lends you to his cottage and points to a bunch of flowers drying in the window and invites you to collect them himself. Roll a medicine or dexterity check. If you get a 15 or more, go to 147. If you get 15 or less, go to 161. Alright. Let's see. What is my medicine and dexterity? My medicine's a +2. My dexterity, what dexterity is it? Is it just a straight dexterity check? I'm going to use the medicine. Oh, they're both +2, so let's say it's the medicine check I'm doing, but it doesn't matter either way, it's the same. Alright, I'm going to do my medicine check. RD20 +2. I have to get a 15 or higher. I am willing to spend an inspiration to do this again. Never mind, got an 18. Booyah! Alright. And I'll turn that back on. I moved to the spot already. Under Tomlin's add Wolfsbane to your inventory. Okay. We're adding Wolfsbane. I'm going to go down here because I got more... I'll go for additional features and treasure. Okay, so I'm just going to add Wolfsbane here. Wolfsbane. Alright, let's continue on. If you're still missing a herb with the cure, to get sage, go to 114. Or hornwort, go to 159. Okay, I'm going to go to 114. I have some sage growing in the garden, but part of the trellis has fallen into that plot, Tom says. But he hands you a hammer and some nails. But many hands make light work. If you help fix that bit of fence, you can take as much sage as you want. He leads you out to the garden and to the place that needs repair. He can't stay and help, though he has something very delicate brewing, and he needs to stay near his filtration system. Okay. Roll a dexterity or proficiency check with carpenter's tools. I don't have proficiency with carpenter's tools, so I guess dexterity check. I only have to get a 10 or more, so that's good. So let us roll a dex check. So RD20 +2. 13. Okay, we're rolling well. I should be worried because normally when you get that many good rolls, you get some bad rolls after. Okay, 121. You're able to get the trellis fixed in short order. Tomlin appears putting the last nail into the lattice. Add sage to your inventory. Okay, we're adding sage. Save and back in here. If you still need the hornwork, go to 159 or I've already got the wolfbane, so 159. As hornwort is an aquatic plant, Tomlin can't grow it himself and needs to get some from his stock. He's expecting a shipment, but it's in high demand. He asks that you help him cover the cost, claim term. Pay Tomlin 1 silver piece for the herb or trade something that is at least worth 5, so I'm going to just pay 1 silver piece. I have 20 gold pieces left, so let's see here now. That'll put me down to 19 gold pieces and 9 silver pieces. So yeah, that's not too bad. Save. Roll back down here. Alright. 153. Add hornwort to your inventory. There we go. Alright. Tomlin, thanks you very much for your understanding. If you still need them, you don't need that. Yeah, or if you have all the herbs you need, go back to Roy's Grove. Alright, 140. When you arrive at the grove, Roy is waiting for you in wolf form. He helps you find a battered teapot in his kitchen cubby, and you brew him a tea from the medicinal herbs. Looking for a teacup, you can't find one, and just pour the steaming bitter brew into a bowl of questionable cleanliness. That doesn't seem to bother the druid as he laps up the medicine. After finishing the bowl, the druid lies down and you follow suit, finding a couple of places on the ground to sit. After about an hour or so, the wolf form starts to ripple and shift. Roy gets up and paces a low whine escapes his throat. A rustling sound like wind in the tall grass. The fur recedes back into his skin, and his limbs groan and pop as they shorten and twist back into his natural shape. Eventually, Roy ceases to be woke and changes back into a dwarf who smiles broadly at you despite a red nose and watery eyes. That's so much better, he says, wiping his nose with his sleeve. It's not an old. That's a first for me. Polypox isn't easy to catch. It's a blood-borne disease. And while there was that elderly sturge in the woods after being abandoned by its swarm, it couldn't have gone far. So there was some other shapeshifter nearby that passed the disease. Maybe some doppelganger travelling in the sky, or a lycanthrope passing by through one night. Must be slipping. He thanks you profusely and says he wants to return the favour with a gift. He unclasps the silver starburst brooch on his chest and presents it to you. This is the Silver Star, a gift from an old cleric friend of mine, Selene's predecessor at the temple. Since we druids have problems removing curses, he thought it would still be helpful. Still haven't used it, but you may find a use for it. Add a silver star to your inventory. The druid is happy to have you back anytime you need anything. Before you return to Langston, you can ask him a few questions. Alright, so Silver Star, created by holy orders to protect common folk and monster hunters alike. The Silver Star is rare, wondrous item, can remove curse with a range of touch. When used, the Silver Star glows brightly and discharges. Casting remove curse on the star recharges it. It can only hold one charge at a time. It requires attunement. Okay. So I've used those. Silver Star. Brooch with one charge of remove curse can be recharged. I believe remove curse is a touch spell anyway, so I don't need to add in the whole touch thing. Can be recharged by casting remove curse on it. Alright. So that might be useful for later games. If I pick up remove curse. Alright, hold on. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Ask Roy about the scrappling claw. That's what I'm going to ask first. You ask if this could have been the killer, and Roy shakes his head. Not a chance, this wee little thing? You should look at what's left of the girl. You'll see that poor victim was mauled by some beast much larger than this. This could still be of some use, he asks for the claw. You hand it over and Roy binds it with some leather from a nearby, chanting softly in druidic language. As he goes, light yellow motes of energy coalesce around the limb, whose claw is now tightly bound in a leather strap. He hands you the dismembered limb. The scrappling claw will act as a magic club for the next week. +1. You have a +1 club. At the end of the week, the magic will fade. Okay. Alright. I hope that helps you a bit, adventurer. Now, until I see you next time, I must rest. Now, I think everybody is actually proficient in clubs. Oh, no. Let's see here. Oh, Alana. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, Alana's just showed me some amazing art. I won't spoil it until Alana herself shares it. But she just shared me the artist who did the art for her. It's a simple weapon. Oh, thank you, Wing. By the way, Wings, you're more than welcome to join in the call if you want while I'm reading this. Like, if you want to give live reactions, you're more than welcome to. Anubis was doing it here earlier, but he had to go. He didn't say why he left. I think he was... I did ask him to mute himself while he was eating, and he left the call after muting himself, so I don't know. I hope I didn't offend him. It's just, yeah, I don't like hearing chewing in my ear. So, what can you do? Welcome in, Stella.
I was about to say, I shall take you up on your
Yeah.
offer. I will join you. Yeah, why not?
As you've noticed, I'm actually using my humanoid form right now. Because the way I'm playing this is, I have been in my humanoid form the entire time I've been in town. So they don't know I'm a dragon. They don't know I'm a dragon. Although, the herbalist, aka Tomlin, aka the cheating fiance, he did see me use a breath weapon, but he knows I'm a spellcaster. So he might have thought it was a spell.
There is that, but there is also the fact that there is a potential for village people to, so to speak, not be intelligent enough to know about magic spells.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
just see you do that. Yeah, they would consider it magic, given the fact that they would not know themselves. So they would go to the most logical conclusion, which is magic.
Yeah. There's one guy in the town who thinks I'm the one who did it. Now, I am a shapeshifter, and I can turn into a monster that can maul someone, but I did not maul that poor girl. Anyway, let's see here. Where was I? Okay. So, if you haven't asked... Yeah, you can still find out when he got sick. I will do that, or you can give him some time to rest. I think I'll ask him when he got sick. Let's get all the information we can. He is my main suspect. Gain inspiration. Okay, did I spend any inspiration? I was going to say I limit myself to... I'm already at 5.
You are at 5 already.
Yeah, so that's... Yeah. I can't gain that. I'm maxing it out at 5. I can't rightly say when I got sick, but I'm pretty sure I started feeling a bit sniffly around the new moon. Took a couple of weeks to start sneezing and changing, though. Continue questioning Roy whether or not he has any amnesia. Far as I can tell, I got no gaps in my memory. Wasn't even sneezing or anything by the time the moon was full. Only just today did I have my first uncontrollable change. Now, he did sneeze the first time I met him. He saved me from getting mauled by a bunch of wolves.
Oh.
Yeah, right at the start of the adventure. Am I a suspect now? But he doesn't wait for an answer. Oh, he's just like a Columbo villain. Am I? So, Detective Columbo, am I a suspect? Like, you know, they're like, oh, Columbo, you silly Billy.
How dare you say that I am the villain?
Yeah.
You clearly know I am not.
Yeah. You ask if the polypox has anything to do with werewolves. A werewolf? Any lycanthrope can definitely get polypox, but just be a carrier. It's tough to say. But I do know it's a bloodborne disease, and I haven't been fighting anything but fire these past months. Probably that old sturge in the wood was infected. I killed that sturge immediately. Yeah, it got me. It got me pretty good one time. Finally, you ask if Maybelline died on the night of the full moon. Now that you mention it, yes. The young lady died right around then, maybe even on the night of the full moon. So you may be onto something there. The boyfriend said the fiance said the exact same thing. So, And the fiance also said that he used to date the cleric, who is very pretty, by the way. Before she went to study to be a cleric, she and Tomlin were a thing. But I also caught Tomlin kissing a girl the day after his fiance's funeral, acting really suspiciously. So I've got 3 major... I've got one other suspect, and that's the town mayor, who is this very attractive half-orc who gives off Merlwyb vibes. And she was arguing with... with Maybelline, the victim, a few days before she died. Didn't know what they were arguing about, just knows what they were arguing. Well, I was told that by Tomlin, and I don't know if I can really trust Tomlin. Yeah, so, from here...
Yes, you do, Dragonfire.
Oh,
You have came in at the correct time here.
yeah.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, Dragonbait. Yes, welcome in. Yeah, you came in at a great time. From here, you can ask Roy more about the scrapping. Got already did that. He gave me a club of +1 that lasts a week. I'll mark that down on the character sheet now in the treasure section. Club +1. Turns back into Scrappling Claw after a... I'd say that's how long the adventure is going to last, roughly a week.
Give or take.
A club is a D6, correct?
Yes, a club is a D6, so it'll be a D6 plus your strength plus 1.
Alright, so... Club. So the bonus is actually a +5.
That's don't forget that's a +1 to both your attack and your damage roll.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I know this. I've had to remind a lot of people of that myself. There we go.
Oh, sorry, correction. It's actually a D4 bludgeoning damage, apparently.
Okay.
Huh.
Better than my claw attack. Then again, I can't do a draconic surge with the club. Good
Exactly,
to have for the
unfortunately.
time being. Actually, the funny thing is, I picked some fancy music, and it kind of has like a detective tone to it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, okay. Or say goodbye and return to town for a rest. Okay. You return to the inn for a well-deserved rest after a busy day. You eat a hearty meal alone in the common room before succumbing to exhaustion. Your rest is interrupted by troubling dreams. In one, you are attacked by rose bushes that claw you with their thorns. In another, you are running through the streets of Langston on all fours. Well, I am a dragon. In the third, you see a hulking shape that woke you before it watches you from a nearby rooftop. It bears down on you, but over into a shaft of sunlight. As the dark beast reaches into the light, you start to crack and crumble. Just as it's about to become visible, you wake up with a start. You lie in bed at the inn. You are alone in the room, and nothing is outside the window. You can either go get more rest. I'm full health, full of spell slots, or you can go keep watch. I'm going to go keep watch this time.
Okay.
All right. Gain the benefits of a short rest, gain inspiration. Neither of those things benefit me right now. It's an uneventful night. You don't get nearly as much rest as you like. Once the sun has risen, someone starts knocking at the wooden door. Answer the door 128, or draw a weapon before going to open the door, or ignore the knocking. I'm just going to open the door. It's daylight now. You open the door. The innkeeper is carrying a steaming tray. He gives you your breakfast and asks if you're doing well. The Sun Cleric was in the tavern last night. She was asking after you today. Will you be visiting her today? She asked that you can come. She asked that you can come to the temple. It seems that people in town have been talking, and she thinks she can help. You also have this from the mayor's office. He places a note amongst your dishes. You thank the innkeeper for the message and the breakfast. You eat as you read the note. Okay, so let's go. The note is a piece of paper with neatly cut edges. There's a new lead you will need to follow. Come to the town hall. Go to 165. Alright. After you've eaten, you make your way again to the town hall. As you make the trip, you feel like you're starting to see the rhythm of life here in Langston. You're seeing many of the people going to and coming from the market. Craftspeople of all kinds quietly go about their business, if not for an undercurrent of fear seen in the occasional jump stare or furtive look over a shoulder. Langston could be mistaken for any of the other sleepy towns that dot the land, but it's not. It's a place where killers walk the streets at night. Where killers walk the streets at night. Beasts invade gardens by day, and druids are trapped within their own powers. And now there's something else. Go to 193. The mayor's aide is waiting for you. Ah, you're here, he says. The mayor's has been waiting. Please follow me, please. He leads you to the mayor's office and leaves without a word. The mayor looks up as you enter. Buttercup maintains his vision. Buttercup's her dog, by the way. Beside the desk. Big old dog. Mayor Anathram says that she needs you to investigate a report of bandits in the region. Reports are coming in of two strangers that make the citizens feel threatened. Likewise, there are a number of farm animals missing. Also, other items of value. The arrival of these strangers is likely related. Maybelline's death could also be related to these strangers. I wish you to investigate. Oh, now seems to be more. Oh, there we go. Roll an insight check. Oh, god damn it. DC 15. If you pass, go to 212. If you fail, go to 173. Okay, what is my insight? My insight is... Oh, it's a flat 0. Well... If I'll use at least 1 point of inspiration for this if I fail, alright? And if I don't get it in both rolls, that's it. Never mind, roll 16. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Alright. Let's see what the 16 said. Let's see what I got from that. Go to 212. You realize that this is probably not related to the murder you are investigating and call the mayor out. It is unclear, she says, but some uncertainty shows around her deadpan stare. But there is no evidence of their involvement, yet still I need you to find out for sure. You can either negotiate additional pay or accept the task as is. She's asking me to take care of bandits while I'm in the middle of an investigation she put me on. So I'm going to ask for additional pay. I do not normally negotiate with those I employ, he says, but if it will speed you along, then I have this. She pulls a point purse from the drawer desk and tosses it to you. You don't say anything about how she had an additional fee ready. You add 30 gold pieces to your inventory. I expect this is sufficient enough to continue doing your job. Have you agreed to do so, she says. You agree and ask the mayor what she knows. Okay. I have 30 more gold pieces, bringing me up to 49. I've got... because I had to spend a silver piece. But that does mean I can buy another potion of health. Damn it, if I had one more silver piece, I could buy 2 more potions, because they're 25 each. Alright. You ask the mayor... you ask the mayor what she knows. So let's see what the mayor knows. Wait, what number was that? Shit. No, as he tries to feed. Definitely here. Oh, give me your map of Langston, Mayor Anathram says, with an outstretched hand. Once you hand it over, she uses the quill from her desk to circle the area outside of town in the wooded area to the north. Search this area for a bandit camp and remove them for the area, by force if necessary. This should be well within your abilities. She looks to you and points to the wooded area around the supposed camp. Use the forest path. People are frightened of the murderer and the rumor of bandits. More strangers on the road could cause panic. You agree, but it's more of a reflex of the mayor's raw authority. I mean, yeah, she's like, you know, big, strong woman in a suit. You know, kind of hard not to say yes ma'am to that. 176. Heading north as if traveling to the nearby farmlands, you veer off the road into the woods east. You pick your way through the woods as you proceed. You keep an eye on the sun through the trees and clouds and seek out any landmarks you can find on the map. That part of the forest is quiet but lacks the unnatural stillness of Roy's Woods. Yeah, Roy's Woods were completely still. It was creepy. It's just a peaceful forest full of hums and twitters of healthy natural environment. A river burbles somewhere off to the west. If you weren't marching towards almost certain violence, it would be very calming hike on a pleasant day. Go to 215. As you make your way through the woods, you come across a clearing ranged with old trees, thick, gnarled trunks. The birdsong is especially beautiful here, and the air smells of a handy mix of wildflowers, honey. Sitting in the center of the clearing On a stump, you see an unusual woman. Her skin is a bright green and her hair is long tangles of leaves and moss. Oh, this is the dryad. She hasn't seen you. Her whole attention is on a robin resting on her outstretched hand as she laughs and twitters back to the little bird. You have found a dryad, a fey creature with a deep connection to the ad's a dryad. Okay. You can sneak past the dryad, make your presence known, or attack. I'm going to make my presence known. I have no reason to try and attack this woman, and I don't think I'll be able to sneak past.
Combat. You're going to go into combat.
I might, but she might not be an enemy. A deciding stealth is for sneaks, thieves, and cowards. You emerge from the woods in full sight. The green-skinned woman in the clearing. She is clearly surprised. The foliage makes up her hair and clothes rustles in the breeze, but she appears unafraid. She remains silent as she calmly watches what you do next. You can either communicate or attack her. I am going to communicate. You greet the green-skinned woman and ask her what she is doing in the forest. I meet you, skinned person. Well, I've got scales. The woman says in broken common. Sylvan you speak. If you can speak Sylvan to her, I don't think I have Sylvan. Let me check my languages real quick. Common, Draconic, Infernal. Nope. Cast a spell with the ability to understand or continue. I'm going to continue in Common. Common, not good me. Sylvan, gooder, but talking. You nod as if you understand, and she continues. Bad men there, he says, pointing off into the distance. Many sharp string grab friends. She wraps her hands around her neck and makes a sad face. Help us, can you? She says, little friend so sad. I know not fixing how. Bad men now gone, but camp still being, soon returning be may be. You say that yes, you should be able to help her sad little friends, and confirm that she means the bandits are not at their camp right now. The dryad now nods with a proud smile. For help you, he says, and gives you a small bottle. Drink to be tree skin. Oh! It's a potion of... Yeah, look, it says it right there. Potion of bark skin. You almost certainly don't understand this one, so you touch the potion to your lips and find out what it is. You immediately feel sturdier and tougher overall. Add a potion of bark skin to your inventory. The potion grants the effects of the bark skin spell. Your AC is at least 16. Oh, that's good, because I think my AC is 14. No, it's 15, so that'll put me up by 1. That's good. Okay, so I'll put potion of bark skin in my inventory. Potion of bark skin. See? Just because she's a dryad doesn't mean she's evil.
No. More to the point, I saw earlier on the Dryad combat.
Yeah, but that would only happen if you... That might only imply that if you attack her. Doesn't mean that she's evil. Yeah, so, you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, like, you know, you gotta play it cool. Yeah, so... You ask the Dryad to show you where the camp is. Go to 195. I think I saw one of the bandits there. The Dryad leads you through the woods, her feet barely making a sound in the underbrush that you need to at least make an effort to avoid. She leads you to an easy entrance point and points to where the trees thin into another clearing. This flat patch of earth couldn't be more different where you met the Dryad. The sloppily built fire pit is surrounded with the detritus of several meals, including scorched bones of various sizes of old greyish porridge. Even the local wildlife steer to clear of. More importantly, the camp is indeed empty with no sign of activity at all. You turn to the Dryad and thank her for her help in finding the camp, but she has already vanished into the woods. With a shrug, you go and slip into to investigate further. Okay. Slip into the camp to investigate further. That's what I meant. Camp isn't much at all. You probably won't think anything of it, just stumbling across the site on your own. A competent but not impressive fire pit is set at the center of the clearing, though no kindling appears to be gathered for tonight. Charred bones from a variety of small animals and other less recognizable detritus litter the ground. There don't seem to be any tents, but 2 rough lean-tos have been constructed to presumably keep bedrolls dry in the event of rain. There is very little else that seems important in the camp, though you can see an oilcloth bundle hanging in the tree to keep something off the ground and away from curious animals. It's tied to a tree trunk with a rough hemp rope. Roll an investigation check to see if the camp has anything you may have missed. Get a 12 or more, go to 207. Get less than 12, go to 223. My investigation's +4, I believe. It's quite good. Yeah, it's +4. I'm not specialized in it, but I mean, yeah, it's decent. I failed one investigation check for it, but if I do fail this one, I'm willing to spend a point of inspiration to try and get it again. So I need to make it 12. That's an 11. Spending my inspiration